And no, we are not under the shed. We are here at the Cramden Bowl for today's game between the Tuskegee Golden Tigers and the Central State Marauders. Welcome to SIAC football here on ESPN. Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Walker alongside the hitman himself, Sylvester Williams. And Sylvester, I'm looking forward to some really good football today here from the Cramden Bowl.
It should be some exciting football here. Good SIAC ball coming in today. Beautiful afternoon. This is what we want, man. This is what we want. We're going to see some guys get out there and get after it. Gotta love it. Nothing better than fall in the South.
Yes, gotta love it. Beautiful day here in Montgomery, Alabama, and we're looking forward to some hard-hitting SIAC football as Central State makes that trip from Wilberforce, Ohio, and comes down here to Montgomery, Alabama. We were able to talk to the coaches this week. They brought up some key players, so we're going to look at those players to watch as we speak. And looking for Central State, we're looking at number 10, Kendrell Boney, 528 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, completing the football in the passing game at a 67% completion rate. What do you think about that?
And that's one of the reasons he's going to get the start and not. They had a big two-man race to start for quarterback this year. Both quarterbacks have played a lot, but coach said, hey, we're going to give Boney. He's going to be our guy. He's going to drive the car for us because of his calmness, the way he completes the passes, that high completion rate. He's going to be the guy that they go with.
All right. No, you love defense. So on the defensive side, number 33, outside linebacker, Jaleel Lenore, 71 tackles on the year, high up in Division II. And along with his one forced fumble, what do you think about Lenore?
Lenore leads the league in tackles, leads the conference in tackles. He's the guy. He's going to set the tone. He's going to set the tone for this Marauder defense. That's a great name they have, Marauders, because he's a Marauder. He's an attacker.
Just
he's a guy.
Everywhere.
Oh, yeah, he's going to raid all over the field. He will set the tone tonight. He's the guy they got to watch out for.
All right, and for Tuskegee, setting the pace in the running game. Number 1, running back Torian Taylor. They call him Toro.
Toro. He's going to be running from Jaleel a lot tonight, but he's a guy, he can run past you. He can run over you. He can go scoot by you and sidestep by you if you want. He is one of the exciting running backs, a guy he may have a chance for Conference Player of the Year, some postseason awards may be coming his way this year. Toro, he's a guy you need to watch out for.
Most definitely. When you're talking about 7.17 yards per play, he is certainly a weapon. And defensively, number 55, middle linebacker Vincent Hill, 40 tackles on the year, along with 1 sack.
True freshman. I called this young man last year when he was playing in high school. Young man, 18 years old. He might be 19. He might have turned 19. True freshman, came out here, wasn't even expected to go to Tuskegee. Thought he was going to go to Valdosta State, but he decided he wanted to come to a better place. So he decided to come to Tuskegee. And what does he do? Walk on the campus, jumps into the starting position at middle linebacker, and takes over. Great guy.
All right. So when we come back, Tuskegee against Central State. This is the SIAC here on ESPN+. And welcome to the Cramden Bowl as we await the kickoff here from Montgomery, Alabama. Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams as we await the kick from Jose Chavez of Central State. And Torian Toro Taylor awaits the kickoff. Beautiful day here in Montgomery, Alabama for this contest. Central State comes in at 2-4, while Tuskegee is at 4-2, and Taylor gets the ball around the 5, brings it up the middle, still has some running room, but is brought down around the 25-yard line. And on the tackle, Sam Sykes for the Marauders.
This is what you want to see. I always tell everybody, Jamie, the most important 2 drives of the game is the opening drive of the first half and the opening drive of the second half. This is where you establish domination, whether you're on the offense or the defense. You establish it right here on this opening drive.
And Bryson Williams will start at quarterback. Pistol formation. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side as they await the play, scan in the defense. And again, Williams has led this offense pretty much the entire year. Williams gets the snap, will keep it around the right side, still on his feet, and brought down after a short pickup. Actually a good pickup there, around 4 yards.
You know, that's a good play to test the water right there. They ran that little RPO, run pass option. Good play to test the water. You see how he tries to get to the outside and see what's out there. You will love for that, your offensive tackle, to hold that block a little bit longer to make something happen on that play.
Brought down number 25, Travion Searcy. Second and about 6, 14-18 here in first quarter, opening drive for Tuskegee. And nearly intercepted. I tell you what, the corner was sitting right there. If that ball would have been a little far forward, had a chance to be intercepted. Good play on the football.
You know, this is your money pass right here. 5-yard out, 10-yard out, and 15-yard out. The hardest passes to throw in football if you're a quarterback. Those were passes that we like to call combine passes. Because if you can throw those in the combine, you're going to make you some big money in the NFL one day.
I tell you what, that ball was actually caught by Antonio Meeks. So now 3rd and 1 for Tuskegee. Opening drive here from the Crandon Bowl. So handoff to Taylor as he just squirts his way for the first down. So picked up a few on the play. And again, the Golden Tigers wanted to start off fast on offense. It looks like they're playing with some pace here. So 1st and 10 at the 36.
And see, I like that. Now they're getting that Marauder defense, kind of get them off balance. You know that. Don't give them a chance to huddle up and figure out what's going on. Keep them on the defensive.
And Bryson Williams takes it back door. It's down to about the 45. We'll call that the 44.
See, I like how young Bryson Williams is developing into this role. They gave him the keys. He's the starting quarterback. It's his team. They're going to let him go. Last year, they did a lot of platooning in and out, switching a lot of quarterbacks, trying to get a feel of the game. But now, Coach Ruffin says, it's your show. It's time for you to go ahead and run my show for me.
He said he was waiting for somebody to take the keys. Brought down on that play by Jalen Phelps. So 2nd and short for Tuskegee. So again, you'll see a team with balance. Handoff to Torian Taylor on that left side. And brought down after a short gain by number 3, Malik Johnson.
Good job by Johnson of just grabbing a hold of something. You know, everybody loves that picture-perfect tackle, that highlight tackle that'll get you on Sports Center. But sometimes you just got to grab a hold of whatever's there and go ahead and bring them on down.
You do. So another 3rd and short for Tuskegee. It's Bryson Williams awaits the snap. Stoppage of play here. Not sure what that's about, but referees having a meeting, but positive opening drive for Tuskegee.
You know, I like what they're calling some nice, safe plays. You got some run options from your quarterback, giving it to Toro up the middle, let him squirting up the middle for 3 yards, 3.5 yards. Nice, safe play calling. Now I want you to notice, see if these safeties start to sneak up a little bit. It's a lot of run on the inside. Let's see if these safeties start to cheat up some.
And we'll interchange the name all night, Torian and Toro. Looks like they're handing off to Dante Edwards. And that Marauder defense rallied to the football.
Oh, yeah, you love to see that out of the defensive front. If you look at the push that this defensive line gets, you see how they push that offensive line a yard back in the backfield? That's the big push you want out of your defensive front. Your defensive front gets the push-up feel, and then the rest of your linebackers and everybody just converge on the ball for that key stop on 3rd and short right there. Good job by the Marauder defense.
Ezekiel Kennebrew on that stop. As Tuskegee will punt. Ryan Duff is leading the SIAC in average. And number 4, Brandon Bach, gets the ball, has a seam, Crosses over the 20 and out of bounds and around the 22-yard line. So they'll start 1st and 10. The Marauders will come out on offense.
That's a nice return right there by Brock. Here's the thing about being a punt return. You got to be a little crazy to play punt return.
You do?
You got to be a little fearless. You got to be a little loose with life when you play a punt returner. You got to catch that thing and don't worry about anything else.
You are truly standing on an island. So Central State offense will be led by quarterback Kendall Boney, 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. As Coach Kevin Porter said, hey, we're going to throw it around the field today. So Boney gets a snap. Looks to his right, sees a receiver, and that will fall incomplete.
Yeah, see, on a pass play like that, you run that little 8-yard curl route. He sits there in the middle of the zone. You need your quarterback just to set his feet. He needs to get set and make a good, strong throw. Rather, he set his feet, just didn't make a strong throw.
Right. Try to go to number 26, Micah Lowe, 5'10", 180 from Lexington, Kentucky. So 2nd and 10 for the Marauders. Man in motion goes back to his original play. Then goes around in an orbit motion type setting. Only hands the ball off this time. Tries to find some running room on that right side, but brought down after a reasonable pickup, about 4 yards on the play. That's number 27, Aaron Kennebrew, 5'10", 200 pounds from Louisville, Kentucky.
Nice way to flow. Look at 15 right there in the middle of the screen, flowing, reading, going down that line. Now I want you to notice something about that young man, number 15, Woody Applin. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. He is the backup wheel linebacker. The starting lineup, Vincent Hill, the freshman, has an ankle injury, and he's out this game. One of those last-minute scratches. We talked to Coach Ruffin before the game, and Coach Ruffin said, if it was late in the season and you really needed it, he said we might have could have let Hill play, but we want to let him rest. We want that ankle to get better, and he'll be back next week. So now it's time for Woodley to step up.
All right, on the last stop, Fletcher Jordan, as Tuskegee had a hurt player, Marquez Delafield, off the field. So now 3rd and about 6 for the Marauders. Boney in the gun. Killebrew to his left. Trips formation on the far side. One receiver to the near side. Boney scanning the field. Looks to his right. Looking for a receiver. Still on his feet. Throws out in the flats to his left. And I tell you what, Tuskegee rallying to the ball that time. Couldn't get anything. Pass was complete to number 4, Brandon Brock.
See, that's great team defense by Tuskegee right there. Everybody playing their position. Everybody in the spot that they're supposed to be in. Your defensive linemen rushing in their lane. They had a lane open up, but that linebacker stepped up in the gap. Nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Right. So set the punt, number 37, Hamidi Diallo. And back to return, that man, Toro Taylor.
Dangerous kid.
10-11 and counting here in the opening quarter. Diallo, high punt. Plenty of room for Taylor if he wants to return. Gets the ball late. Doesn't have much room and is brought down around the 29-yard line. And bringing him down, number 12, Sam Sykes.
And see, that's that aggressiveness you need to have. You need to have that aggressiveness if you're a punt returner.
All right, we'll take a break here from the Cramden Bowl. Earlier here in the first quarter, SIAC football on ESPN. 9:59 left here in the first quarter. Second possession for Tuskegee as they are on the 34-yard line. Williams in the gun again, scanning the field. Again, you love the way that they're able to scan the defense, pick the proper play. So tight formation, 4 receivers out. So Williams gets the snap, hands off to Taylor on that right side and found some running room there, brought down by number 52. That's Mike White.
So you brought up a good point, the way they're able to scan the field. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback will look, and he'll get the correct play call in from the coach's staff. Now, I want you to watch what Central State's going to start to do. I guarantee you, as this game goes along, once that quarterback looks to the side, they're going to start to shift some of that personnel up front.
So Williams awaiting a snap, scans the field, looks to his right, has a man open and caught and out of bounds near the sticks. And that's caught by number 80, Jonathan Montreville.
And see, look at this pass. He's going to throw it across his body. Throw it across his body up high to the outside. Good catch. Way to pull that thing in.
And again, Tuskegee playing with some tempo here. Forced out of bounds on that last play. Travion Searcy. But not before Tuskegee first down. So again, same formation. Brings Taylor to his right. Williams is right. Williams will keep it. Throws out in the flats again to number 80, Montreville.
And see, I love what they're doing. These dink and dab. You know, they're a lot of run option, and then you throw these short 5-yard outs, these little curl routes right here. Watch how these DBs start to bite up. These DBs are going to bite up, and he's setting them up for a double move.
So Williams in the gun, Taylor to his right. In tight formation. Scanning the field, awaiting the play. 8:51 here in the first quarter. No score so far. So Williams looking to his left. Doesn't see a receiver, flushed out to his left. Still eyes upfield. He'll take off with the ball. Still on his feet, crosses over the 45. Fumble. And we'll see who has it. I think Tuskegee will retain possession.
We're gonna have to send Williams out there with the baseball team.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have to teach him how to slide. See, right here, you want to get a little bit extra, but you got to get down. You have the first down. See, now field awareness comes into play. You have to know where you are on the field. You have the first down. Let's take the first down and keep on going, because that could have been disastrous for Tuskegee.
Absolutely. Number 18, Jordan Bradley with the strip. But still, Tuskegee has a first down. 8:17 and counting here in the opening quarter. As Williams gets the ball out, and it looks like, because it may have been a backward pass, may have been considered a fumble.
And see, here's the thing about football. Football, everything needs to go right. If you look out here, the 2 wide receivers to the outside did an excellent job blocking. They had that lane cleared up. And if he holds on to this ball right now, when it hits him, if he catches the ball, look at the space he has in front of him. Look, you have 2 receivers out there blocking for him. That's 8 yards down the field, untouched. He could have went, but you have to catch the ball. First job of a wide receiver is to receive the ball.
Absolutely. So 2nd and 7. Williams with a pass again. Great pass to number 14, Rodriguez-McGee. And brought down on the play by number 14, Jalen Feltz. So, again, you can see this methodical offense moving up and down the field for Tuskegee.
And one thing they're doing, they're building up confidence in your quarterback. You're not forcing your quarterback to throw long passes and take big chunks out of the field. Give him short passes. Let his confidence build up. And now, once that confidence builds up, then he'll be able to go down the field deep.
So 3rd and short for Tuskegee again. And they'll hand off to Dante Edwards, crossing over the left side and pulls his way down to the 25. Stopping on the play, number 52. That is Mike White again.
Yeah, it was hard runner, 4-year starter. 3-year starter over there at Miles, transferred on over. Hard runner Edwards.
So 1st and 10 at the 26. Williams, short passing game again, completes the pass. And that'll go to number 22, Corey Petty.
And see what's going on. Tuskegee is going to force Central State to come up, and we got to play a tight man. Look, they're not covering that second receiver to the outside. He's wide open.
Oh, so Bryson Williams will fake to Edwards and take it out to the left side. Gets good yardage that time. Looks like down to around the 12-yard line. 6:08 and counting here in the opening quarter.
The young man has to learn how to slide. He went there. He couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to spin or he wanted to get on the ground.
Listen up. We have another quarterback that was famous in our slide, but not before Edwards gets into the end zone for the Tuskegee touchdown.
Look at that. Straight up the middle, just bam. You give that to your offensive line. Look at this hole. Look at this gap that the offensive guard and tackle creates. You see that? Boom. That hole is big enough. Hey, Jamie, I can go out there. I might start playing running back again, Jamie. If I get offensive line blocking for me like that, I'm going to have to come out of retirement.
Phenomenal run by Edwards, who is definitely the hammer to the Taylor nail. Point after is up, and it is good. So with 5:53 left here in the opening quarter, Tuskegee strikes first. We'll take a break here from the Cramden Bowl here, the SIAC on ESPN.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
5:53 left here in the opening quarter, and Tuskegee strikes first on a Dante Edwards touchdown, rushing touchdown. And the Golden Tigers lead by the score of 7-0 over the Central State Marauders as we await the kick by Arnez Hustic.
You know, one of those methodical drives down the field, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And then they hit you with the big touchdown run in the end.
Well, I think you're right about them setting it up for the okie doke later as far as going over the top.
It's coming.
Looks like Hussey's kick will go into the end zone. Looks like made a mistake there, let the ball bounce and then bounce out of the end zone.
See, here's the thing.
And the runner never declared, so we'll see what the meeting is about amongst the referees.
See, here's the thing. In high school football, when it hits the end zone, it's a dead ball. The ball's dead in high school. Not the same with college. Oh, wait, well, it is the same in college. Because that's the thing. Once it makes it to the end zone, it's a dead ball. There's no return. But in college, you can return it out of the end zone.
As we look at it again, ball clearly bounced into the end zone, not declaring. The runner didn't declare that he was going to run. So we'll see what the call is.
And, here's something for the young guys out here watching the game, the youngsters. Let's see what the referee calls. Okay.
All right, so Central State will retain possession, but get a penalty on a tripping call. So don't want to see this if you're Central State. Already behind. Looks like they'll start as soon as we spot the chains.
And here's something interesting for the youngsters out there watching the game. Even if that ball goes in the end zone, if you're a returner, catch it anyway. Catch it, and then you let the referee make the decision, or you make the decision whether or not you're coming out the end zone or not.
Sly always giving lessons. So Boney in the gun, running back to his right, looks to pass, rolls out to his right, looking for a receiver, doesn't see one open, flag comes out. It looks like it may have been caught anyway by number 26, Micah Lowe, but there's a flag.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pass interference right there around the 26-yard line. Now, who are they going to call that pass interference on, offense or defense? Because both of them was out there kind of arm wrestling out there on the outside. But you got to love the concentration. Look at the receiver. Look how he looks this thing in. He knows he's going to get hit. Still catches it and holds on to it. Hey, that's a big-time catch.
Beautiful concentration that time if you're Low. So they called a pass interference on the defense that time, on Tuskegee. So Central State cooking with gas at the 41-yard line. So we await the change. Boney in the gun. And I tell you what, we questioned whether or not him starting was going to be an issue just because Brandon Kyles had actually been playing well. But I tell you what, Boney is leading this offense so far. So Boney in the gun, scanning the field, looking for a receiver, still on his feet. Gets out to the right side, trying to go deep, and he does. Man open and almost intercepted.
Jamie, it hit him in the worst place possible, Jamie.
Here's what?
It hit him in his hands. It hit him in his hands. Hey, that goes to show you why he's playing DB instead of wide receiver. But a great job of Boney of just extending his play and just launching it on up there. Ooh, and they got a roughing the passer. Oh, God, that hit him in his hands.
So roughing the passer call on Tuskegee. Couple of big penalties here.
That's one of those questionable ones to me. You know, they call roughing the passer, but look and see how many steps did he take after he threw the ball. Here's your 1, 2.
I'm an offensive guy. You're a defensive guy. We're just not gonna see eye to eye.
We're not gonna see eye to eye on this call. Oh, I thought it was a good hit.
First and 10, Boney again, throws out to his right and caught again by Lowe. Forced out of bounds again. Close to a first down, we'll see. Running with tempo here, so Boney in the gun. Scanning the field. Doesn't see receiver early, but does get it out to Lowe again. And forced out of bounds by number 24, Cedric Payman. Another Central State first down.
I like how Lowe is making his presence felt. You know, he might have brought the quarterback snacks before the game or something. He said, hey, man, find me, baby. I'm open. 7-11.
Right, so Boney again in the gun. Killebrew to his right, man in motion. Comes back to the right side. Boney looking for a receiver. Gets it out to Killebrew. Has some running room, but brought down after about a 6-yard pickup. So brought down by number 15, Woodley Apollon. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 for the Marauders.
You know, one of those times, good job by Woodley of getting that offensive lineman off of him. He actually used the offensive lineman to kind of slow up the running back, throwing him on the ground.
So 2nd and 5 for Central State. They are trying to answer the touchdown by Tuskegee. So Boney awaiting the snap. Still looking to the right side. He has a man open. And overshoots him at around the 13. Tried to go again to Micah Lowe.
See, that's one of those as a quarterback, you have to hold that follow through. Anytime that ball sails up high, that means he didn't hold his follow through. You know, complete the pass. That's what I like to say. Complete your passing motion. You hold that follow through. You're going to put it there, and you're going to put it on the money. Can't let that thing sail up high on you.
Dante Brown in coverage for Tuskegee. So 3rd and 5 for the Marauders, 3:55 and counting here in the opening quarter. Tuskegee up 7-0. So Boney back to pass, shoots it in the middle and completes it. Still on his feet and gets down to around the 4-yard line. And that's number 15, Kendalius Hollins.
Hey, this is a play that'll never get in the book, but look at the job of picking up the blitz that offensive line do. It's 3 pancake blocks. It's 3 defenders on their face.
So playing with tempo again, handoff up the middle. And that goes to number 30, Xavier Price.
Yeah, that offensive line for Central State, man, the way they ran that last play, the way they picked up that blitz, they had 3 pancake blocks on a passing play. That's a good job by that offensive line.
So trips formation to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side, option play with Boney. It gets hit hard and around the 5-yard line and bringing them down, number 15, Woodley Apollon.
Apollon making the best out of his day. You know, young Vincent Hill isn't playing. Apollon coming in here at middle linebacker, making the best out of his opportunity. Look at that.
So 3rd and goal for the Marauders. 2:47 and counting here in the opening quarter. 7-0. Tuskegee leading Central State. So Boney in the gun. Running back to his right. 2 wide to each side. Man in motion. Fakes. Throws it in the middle. And great catch by number 4, Brandon Brock. Thought it was going to go over his head, but landed right there in his hands.
Oh, man, Shades of Odell right there for a second. That one hand falling on his back catch. It doesn't get much better than that, man. Look at the concentration it takes to catch that one. And then the people in the face of the quarterback to even get that one. Oh, look at that. Oh, it doesn't get much better.
Beautiful snag there. As we await the extra point try by Jose Chavez. Kick is up, and it is good. So Central State answers the Tuskegee touchdown. 2:26 left here in the opening quarter. We have a tie ball game here from the Cramden Bowl. This is the SIAC football on ESPN. .226 here in the opening quarter, and we have a tie ball game between Tuskegee and Central State. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams as we await the kick here from the Cramden Bowl. Beautiful night for football. Jose Chavez will be kicking to Torian Taylor. Kick will sail through the end zone, and Tuskegee will start 1st and 10. At the 20-yard line.
Now you'll love to see how Tuskegee responds. Now, Central State went down there and answered when Tuskegee went and scored. So now you want to see how Tuskegee responds.
Ooh, check that 25-yard line here in the collegiate atmosphere. So 1st and 10 at the 25. We'll see if Bryson Williams and the crew can answer that Central State drive with a touchdown or scoring of their own. So Williams in the gun will complete the pass out to his left, still on his feet, and brought out of bounds. That is Rodriguez McGee on the reception.
You know, one thing I enjoy about these what Tuskegee's doing, their wide receivers are out there blocking really well. You know, they're extended offensive linemen on these long screens.
8-yard pickup on the play. Williams again gets the ball out. Quick moving there, and that's to Corey Petty. It looks like we have a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think you got a hand in there for a face mask. Anytime you see a ref throw that flag in there that quick, right at the point of the tackle, it's going to be a face mask.
As we can see here on the replay, Williams again in this Tuskegee offense running with some tempo, gets the ball out quickly to Petty. It looks like number 33 around the mask, Jaleel Lenore, one of the leading tacklers for Central State. Just got his hands a little too far up. So call it an extra 15 for Tuskegee.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that, you know, didn't mean to do it. It's an accident, but, hey, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you meant to do. You did it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. 1:55 and counting here in the opening quarter. Tie ball game at 7. Williams in the pistol formation. Take the ball out. We'll throw it quickly. We'll see who's receiver. Number 14. Again, actually that was to number 22. Corey Petty again. So running with some tempo again. Dante Edwards will go on the left side. Fumble on the play. Hit hard, and looks like it'll be recovered by Central State. Number 52, Mike White, Johnny on the spot.
You look at this. This is proper placement. This is perfect placement. He put the helmet right there on the ball. Now you have your running back comes in, boom, helmet right there. Pops it on loose. You're running back. When you feel that other tackler coming to you, you got to wrap that thing up tight. Go ahead, put 2 hands. Put 2 hands on the ball. Put 2 hands and 2 forearms on the ball, man. You know when that linebacker's coming over the top. He's coming with some bad intentions. Now, hey, Jamie, anytime I have a turnover, I love to see play action and go deep, go over the top. I'm a riverboat gambler, man. I want to see him go over the top.
Why to get credit for the recovery, but the hard hit by Chaz Hunter, number 51. Boney again in the gun, looking to pass. He'll get it out to the flats to number 4. That's Brandon Brock again, who caught that amazing touchdown. Rolled out of bounds by number 20, Zelly Aldridge.
And I like this now. Keep that Tuskegee defense off balance. Go speed.
7-yard pickup. Boney again gets it to Micah Lowe. Shakes, bakes, and looks like they'll be close to a first down. Looks like maybe a yard short. So 2 yards on the pickup. Zelly Apollon again on the stop. So 3rd and 1 for Central State, who's trying to capitalize after the fumble by Tuskegee. So Boney in the gun, running back to his left. Tuskegee looking like they wanted to blitz, and actually did a good job of stopping running back before he could get started. That's Aaron Kennebrew on the run, but not before he could get enough yardage for a first down. So they'll move the change. 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tie ball game here, 7 apiece for Tuskegee and Central State.
Now let's see how they go. See if they turn up the speed a little bit more on this next play.
Ball at the 44-yard line. Boney in the gun, running back to his right. Fumbles the ball, picks it back up, will run with the football over the 45, 40, 35, Looks like he'll be marked down around the 34. So big pickup there for Kendall Boney, who is leading this offense phenomenally so far. So that will end the first quarter. Good ball game here from the Cramden Bowl. We'll take a break. Tuskegee and Central State tied at 7 here. This is SIAC football on ESPN+. Here in the second quarter from the Cramden Bowl, tie ball game at 7 apiece. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams. And we are here at Cramden Bowl. Central State at the 34-yard line. Good field position here. Boney in the gun, hands off this time to number 30, Xavier Price. It's like about a 2-yard pickup for Price. And again, Central State, very methodical, moving up the field.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, what I like what both teams are doing, both teams are just doing what they know what works. They're doing what they can do in their offense and daring you to stop them.
So twist formation to the near side. Man in motion. Boney awaits the snap. Gets the ball out quickly to the right side. That's number 4, Brandon Brock again. That's his go-to man so far. Forced out of bounds by number 24, Cedric Payment.
And see, this is a nice job of being a patient offensive coordinator. You're calling plays that aren't downfield hitters. They aren't trick plays. They aren't special execution plays. They're simple, safe plays that's picking up 3 yards, 4 yards of play.
So third down for the Marauders. They look to continue this drive. Two receivers on each side. Running back to Boney's left. Boney looks to pass, backs up, nearly sacked on the play, gets the ball out. And I tell you what, Boney did a phenomenal job in getting out the sack and not losing yardage.
His escapability has surprised me. It's been a lot of times he's felt that secondary pressure, that second rush of getting there and get him, but he just escapes out of them and manages to get it away. Now, that time didn't work out in his favor, but he's been doing a good job of just extending the play.
So we talked to head coach Kevin Porter this week. He talked about wanting to improve the kicking game, not where he wants it to be. So it looks like they'll go on 4th and short, not 4th and short, actually, 4th and 4. So Boney in the gun, running back to his right. They will indeed go for it. Boney looking to pass, and the ball will fall incomplete. Close coverage that time by number 11, Stanley Livingstone. It looks like it'll be a turnover on downs. Tuskegee will get the ball.
That's a great job of Livingstone of just riding that receiver, coming over the top of the back. And one thing he did, he didn't make contact with the receiver before he broke up the ball. That's just a textbook job of coverage right there by your secondary from Tuskegee.
Absolutely. As we kind of go over the first quarter stats, first downs are nearly even. Central State with 6, Tuskegee with 9. I tell you what, Bryson Williams 9 for 9 in passing. So Williams will continue. A loser rusher gets the ball up for grabs, and lucky the ball hits the turf that time.
You put the announcer's jinx on him.
Yeah, we did.
We said he was 9 for 9. Those are incomplete pass as soon as we say it. But I tell you what, the pressure was there on it. They sent that linebacker laid up the middle on that blitz, and the pressure was there.
Indeed. So 2nd and 10 at the 28 for Tuskegee. 13:37 here in the second quarter. Williams in the pistol formation, looks to his right, gets the ball up the right sideline and floats out of bounds. Tried to go to number 80, Jonathan Montreville.
And see, right now, if you're Tuskegee, they're doing something different in the passing game. In the first quarter, everything was short. 5-yard outs, 5-yard curls, 8-yard curls. Now you're trying to do something a little bit different. Instead of those 3-step drops, you're taking those 5-step drops. And now those passes aren't there for Bryson. Let's go back to what Bryson's comfortable with. Give him those 5-yard outs. Give him those 8-yard curls.
Defending on the play, Jordan Bradley. So 3rd and 10 for the Golden Tigers. Williams looks, has a man open right in the middle of the field, and caught by number 14, Rodriguez McGee.
That's a beautiful catch by McGee. McGee kind of slipped on that pass trying to get back to him, but look how he catches that with his hands. A lot of young receivers, they want to catch the ball with their body, but he caught it with his hands. There you go for you youngsters watching the game. Now we're giving tips and tools out here for the kids watching the games, man. Catch the ball with your hands.
Coach Sly giving tips on the fly. So
for free.
So 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. Handoff to Torian Taylor, who we said would be one of the key players for this offense, trying to get him going.
Yeah, you want to get your star back going. Torrey, like I said at the beginning of the game, Toro, he's going to be in at the end of the year. He's going to be one of the people who's mentioned for some postseason awards. But you want to get this guy going.
So gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 for Tuskegee. Bryson Williams in the pistol formation. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Taylor to his left. So Williams looking to pass, gets the ball out quickly, and completes it. And that goes to number 19, Antonio Meeks.
I'm telling you, good job of form tackling right there. Is your safety coming up. Cornerback Malik Johnson coming up, making the stop and not allowing anything else after the reception. Look at him come up, form tackle, wrap up, and wait on somebody else to come over there and help him.
Tell you what, Chaz Hunter was right there as well. So 3rd and 3 for Tuskegee. They look over the defense. 11:42 and counting here in the second quarter. Tie ball game at 7. So Williams takes it out on the left side and will get brought down hard again by number 52, Mike White. We called his name a lot today.
Yeah, field awareness right there. He had what they call a run-pass option. He had the option of running that ball or throwing it downfield. Now look at him. He holds up right here trying to throw it. You have to know where you are on the field. He had the first down if he would have just tucked it and ran. Field awareness. I'm going to throw out a lot of big words to the youngsters out here today, man. I'm going to teach a few lessons.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. Punting, number 17, Ryan Duff. Correction. Is Duff.
Now, that was a little bit of Whitney Houston. Now, this is the land of the Commodores right here. we got to get some Commodore songs going on.
Now, see, you got to explain that. Explain that term, but we'll talk about that later. 10:49 here in the second quarter. Here from the Crandon Bowl. This is SIAC football on ESPN.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and...
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
10:49 here in the second quarter. Central State with the football, 1st and 10 at the 29. Boney looking to pass, and that'll fall incomplete. Tried to go to number 0, Twan Hines, one of those main receivers for Central State. His first ball of the afternoon.
Yeah, he tried to run that 10-yard curl, tried to find a little spot in that zone, but quarterback has to make the pass because it's there if he makes the pass.
Finna to play Dante Brown, 5'10", 170 from New Orleans. So Boney takes it back door, gets some running room, lowers his head. I tell you what, it was boomage on both sides there.
I tell you what, I'm a linebacker. I'm a former linebacker, but I like it when a running back can deliver the blow.
Absolutely, that was Xavier Price on the run.
Look at him lower his shoulder at the end of this play.
Tell you what, he said he wanted to bring it, and he certainly does with that huge collision.
He took his head wrap off too.
So 3rd and 1, Boney on the option to the left, fumbles the football and recovered. Looks like the Golden Tigers will recover. And on the recovery, number 95, Jaquan Hicks.
But look at this freshman, 33, Messiah Wales. Look at your defensive end right here. Read the option. Boom! Put a hit on the quarterback and pop the ball loose. That's how you play the option. If you're a freshman, if you're a defensive end, you play the option just like that. It's your job for the quarterback. Hit the quarterback, make the quarterback pay.
Again, when we talk about the option, we talk about assignment football. He played his keys there, hit the quarterback, forced the fumble.
Yes, sir.
So 1st and 10 at the 41 for Tuskegee. We'll see if they can capitalize on the turnover. Hand off to Dante Edwards up the middle. Cross over to 30 and down to about the 26. Running hard that time.
I'm telling you, man, between the tackles, Edwards is your guy, man. He's going to run hard straight between the tackles. But look at the hole that's created by that offensive line. He's not touched. He has 10 yards up the field where nobody touches. Nobody's close to him for 10 yards up the field.
And brought down by number 14, Jalen Phelps that time from Fort Valley, Georgia. So 1st down. Williams nearly fumbled that time. And again, Williams on the carry, brought down by number 54, Jamarcus Portis.
Looks like Tuskegee got away with a little bit. That running back got a couple of steps extra head start, playing a little bit of Canadian League football.
He certainly did. So 2-yard pickup on the play, 2nd and 8, 9:17 here in the second quarter. Tie ball game at 7. Williams on the pass, shoots it out to his left, completes it to number 22. That's Corey Petty again.
And that's the first time they completed that play. They ran that run pass option, and that's the first time they completed it. That's how it looks when it works.
Travion Searcy on the tackle. Moving the chains again for Tuskegee, who's looking to get into the end zone. 8:53 and counting here in the second quarter. Williams in the pistol. Hand off to Torian Taylor up the left side. Still has a running room and forced out of bounds short of the goal line. Looks like he's out at around the 3-yard line.
I know Torian, he's the lightning in the combination, not the thunder. But sometimes, man, you're this close to the goal line. Look at him as he gets inside the 5. Lower your shoulder. Don't step out of bounds, man. You got to sell out. You got to. It is no tomorrow. Go and sell out. I want you to get in the end zone. Lower that shoulder, Toro.
Right, so 1st and goal for the Golden Tigers. 8:23 and counting here in the second quarter. As Williams will take it out his left side after faking to Taylor and will get brought down short of the goal line.
Now I want you to notice Edwards is coming in the game right now. Edwards is your guy between the tackles. So I want you to look out now. They're going to run something probably between those 2 guards. Something what we call that A-hole. They're going to run in that A-gap. Or maybe a play action.
Maybe a play action. We'll see. So 2nd and goal for Tuskegee. Edwards to Williams' left. 2 receivers to the near side. As Williams will take it on a quarterback power and powers his way into the end zone.
I was wrong all the way around. I was wrong all the way around. Bryson Williams calls his own number and gets on in the end zone.
Had everyone stacked to that side. You can see the tight end on that side along with Dante Edwards, and follow behind that block, key block by Edwards that time. And Bryson Williams gets into the end zone as we await the extra point by Husky. And that is good. So Tuskegee gets in the lead once again and lead in this ball game with 7:36 left, 14-7. We'll take a break here from the Grandin Bowl here, SIAC football on ESPN. 7:36 here in the second quarter. Tuskegee has retook the lead, 14-7 over Central State. I'm Jamie Walker along with Sylvester Williams.
Shout out to Bryson Williams' dad out there, and I know he's out there in Lithonia, Arabia Mountain somewhere. I know he's proud. Son took it on in the end zone. We know you're out there listening. Hey, we're not Tom Joyner. There you go for your Tuskegee fans. We give shout-outs over here. We give shout-outs.
Kick taken in the end zone, brought out, crosses over the 15 and down at around the 16-yard line. And a little bit of extra talking about what the meal will be like later, what food products are good here in the Montgomery area.
You know, kids from Central State, they're from Ohio, so the Tuskegee kids, local kids, saying, hey, what's the good place to eat the night after the game? That's all, just a little bit of friendly conversation, trying to figure out what to do after the game.
Absolutely. So after that brief conversation, Isaiah Sanders on the return. And it looks like Brandon Cowles is in the ball game for Central State at quarterback, so definitely playing because Kendall Boney has definitely ran this offense well. Looks like we have a stoppage of play.
Yep, time.
Looks like a timeout by Central State.
No, I can't quite figure out what's going on. You bring in the new quarterback, you should have that offensive play ready. And something didn't look right because the way that offensive coordinator from Central State, he came out on the field, it looks like, man, if it wasn't a nationally televised game, he might have grabbed somebody by the throat if he could have got him.
Well, that is possible. But, again, when you're looking at both of these offenses, for example, you've seen the way that they've been able to go up and down the field really all night. They've been methodical in their approach, but they've also, spent a lot of energy, a lot of time, really good offensive drives. Mm-hmm. So the key going forward will be who can get into the end zone the most.
Exactly.
So 1st and 10, 7:29 left here in the second quarter. Kyles again entering the ball game at quarterback for Central State. And in motion. See a wasted snap. Kyles looked right, but ended up tucking the ball and running. He'll get down to about the 19 after a few yards. Definitely wasn't designed.
See, that's a good job by the cornerbacks over there from Tuskegee, recognizing that quick screen, getting up there, breaking up, making sure that the quarterback doesn't have an option to throw that one. Good job out there. Who is that, number 7, Antonio Keenan?
44, Jeremy Dees on the tackle. So 2nd and 7, 6:54 and counting here in the second quarter. Fast-moving ball game so far. So Kyles gets the ball out to the flats, breaks a tackle, and that's Xavier Price on the reception, brought down by number 98, Terrence Mays.
That's why defensive coordinators have gray hairs and they go balding. Everything was set up perfect on that play if you're the defense, but you got to wrap up. You got to make the tackle. Everything works out perfect except the one guy misses the tackle.
So Xavier Price, who's proven his might so far in this contest. So 3rd and 1 for the Marauders. Kyles rolls to his left, finds a receiver out in the flats. And that's Brandon Brock again, brought down by number 11, Standy Livingstone.
Livingstone did a good job of coming up and making that stop, grabbing those legs. Can't go anywhere without your legs. But they needed 2 yards, and they threw a 4-yard pass. That usually works out for you.
So 1st and 10 at about the 27 for Central State. 5:56 and counting here in the second quarter. Tuskegee with the lead, 14-7. So Kyles shoots a pass again, has some running room, crosses over the 40, and down at around the 43. That is Brandon Brock again on the reception.
See, I like this offense now. They're running a couple of variable routes by the receivers. They're running some ends. They're playing a little combination game with the receivers on the outside.
So 1st and 10 for the Marauders. It's like both quarterbacks are very capable of leading these offenses. So Kyle's awaiting the snap. Shoots a pass out to his left. Overthrows the intended receiver. That's Twan Hines.
I talked a little bit earlier about your money passes, that 5-yard out, 10-yard out, and the 15-yard out. Those are the combined passes. Those are your money passes. You got to make those passes.
So 2nd and 10 at the 42 for Central State, looking to answer the last Tuskegee touchdown. And a really good ball game, close ball game so far. So again, hand off to Price over on the right side and brought down by number 40. That's Tony Johnson.
That play right there was one of those plays where the thought was good, but the execution wasn't. They had a huge gap. They had to look at where the nose tackles lined up on that ball and look how far out that defensive end. The gap was there, but they didn't run to the gap. It was well thought out, just poorly executed.
So 3rd and 9 for the Marauders, 4:55 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Quad formation out to the far side. As Kyle's ball is tipped and hits the turf. And number 9, DeVere Hamilton on the tip. As you see Kyle's.
One thing the defensive coordinator from Tuskegee is doing, he's doing a good job of sending pressure from different angles. He rarely blitzes in the same place play after play. He'll send it from the left side. He'll send it from the right side. He'll send it in the middle. He does a good job of mixing up that pressure.
So set to punt Hamidi Diallo. Looks like on the return will be Michael King. So ball bounces at around the 25. King will let it bounce, and it rolls over to the 10 and looks like down at around the 7-yard line.
You got to be aggressive on that one, Jamie. You know, that ball hits there, got to pick it up.
So 4:34 left before halftime. Tuskegee still leading by the score of 14-7. This is SIAC football on ESPN+.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
14-7, Tuskegee leading over Central State. 4:34 left in the 2nd quarter. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams. And Tuskegee will start on offense at their own 8-yard line. Bryson Williams still in at quarterback. Hands off to Torian Taylor. Doesn't get much on that rush. Number 25, Travian Searcy on the tackle.
That's a good job by that Marauder defensive front of just pushing that Tuskegee offensive line back and just closing off all running lanes up front for poor Toro.
Toro's off to a slow start, but we all know he can get going. So 2nd and 9 for Tuskegee, 4:04 left and counting here in the second quarter. It's Bryson Williams, waits the snap. Taylor shifts to the left. Man in motion to the right. And Taylor just finds his way up the middle. Didn't look like much running room there, but found something out of nothing.
Yeah, Taylor's not a big guy, so he can squirt there. He can find those little cracks and those little crevices up the middle and just maneuver his body inside there and pick up about 4 or 5 yards on that carry.
Ezekiel Kennebrew on the stop. So 3rd and about 4 for Tuskegee. 3:17 left here in the second quarter as they look to add to their total so far, already with a 14-7 lead. So Williams awaits the snap, gets it, scans the field, gets the ball out to Taylor in the right flat. Still has some running room, cross over the 30 and out at around the 35, and may have been a late hit on that tackle.
Yeah, he hit him about 2 feet out of bounds. That's one of those, that's just a frustration hit. You get a receiver or a running back, get that far down the field, and you couldn't get a hand on him. It's just a frustration hit. And here's the thing about football, man. It's nice to be athletic. It's nice to be strong. It's nice to be fast. But you got to be smart. Can't make dumb plays, man. Can't make dumb plays.
Trying to make an effort play there. You can kind of see him launch. That's number 21, Montego Johnson. And it will be a late hit out of bounds, so that'll give Tuskegee prime field position, and they are at the 50 as we're under 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. So Bryson Williams in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, as you have a tight wing to the left. So as Williams awaits the snap, we'll get the snap, hand off to Torian Taylor on the left side with some running room. Cross over to 45, down to the 40, and will be brought down by number 52, Mike White, but not before another Tuskegee first down.
There you go, man. Just pound away on it. Pound away. Let your running backs go ahead and knock off big chunks of yardage, man. Toro finding a little spot on the edge. And you see that good blocking up front. You got a good offensive lineman. He's taking out 2 players, man.
As you commented earlier about the receivers blocking downfield, definitely a factor in this. So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. 2:28 and counting here in the second quarter. Tuskegee looking to add to their 14 points. So Dante Edwards in the ball game, runs up the middle, just plods his way down for about 6 yards.
All of the rushes Edwards had have been right there inside that tackle box. Everything straight up the middle is what Edwards is having, and he is eating. I'm talking about eating up the middle.
Stopped by Jaleel Lenore, number 33 for Central State. So 2nd and about 4, 1:54 and counting here in the second quarter. Again, Tuskegee taking their time, getting their proper play, the play they want. It's Bryson Williams leading this offense the entire half so far. Williams looking to pass, shoots one up the left side, has a man open, and just on the outstretched fingers tried to go to number 82, and that's Jordan Ogletree.
And I tell you what, Ogletree had a step on him, too. He just turned the wrong way. He was looking on the inside when he should have been looking back over his shoulder. Go ahead and extend all the way out. Oh, gotta catch it. Gotta catch it.
Ogletree is 6'4", needed to be 6'6" to get that reception that time.
Oh, well. He should have had more of those, when he was a baby, should have had more of those chicken nuggets with the hormones in it. He would have got it.
So 3rd and 4 for Tuskegee. Williams looking to pass, scans the left side, sees some room, will take it himself and be tackled short of the first down.
Decision time.
And brought down again by Jaleel Lenore after maybe a 2-yard pickup. So 4th and a long 2 here.
Now, see here, if you're Tuskegee, you want to look and see what Central State does. See if they try to come after the – oh, they're going to kick a field goal. Woo, that's a 50-yarder.
They will kick a field goal, or will they? Looks like may have been a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them. 107 left here in the second quarter. Tuskegee leading 14-7 over Central State. This is SIAC football on ESPN+.
Roll out.
107 left here in the second quarter. Tuskegee decides not to take the long field goal. So Williams in the gun. It's like everybody moved late except them. Throws the ball up in the air, and a flag comes down as he tried to go to number 81. That's Gabriel Ruffin.
You know, that's one of those instances where you can call it on either side. Both players, you know, had some hands pushing off on each other. Let's see. I think they're going to call it on the defense.
So they'll call it on number 21. That's Montego Johnson. Actually, that's number 24, Anthony Mack. So a first down for Tuskegee. 1 minute left here in the second quarter.
Now that was huge. That was huge. You got first down. It's a minute left. 4th and 3. If you would have just stayed and just stood your ground and played strong defense, could have been going the other way.
So 1st and 10 at the 18 for Tuskegee. 1 minute left here in the second quarter. Trying to add to that point total. Williams in the gun. He'll hand off to Torian Taylor going into the middle and found some running room. Brought down by number 14, and that's Jalen Phelps.
And, you know, I want to see a little bit of sense of urgency from Tuskegee. It's 45 seconds. You got to make up your mind. You got to do something. I know you're close, but you can't lay on the ball and wait for that play to come in.
They would love to add some points to their total. Already leading. So 2nd down and 5 for the Golden Tigers. Hand off to Toro again on the right side. Still on his feet, muscling his way down to about the 4-yard line. Brought down by number 21, Montego Johnson.
And Coach Ruffin is all the way out to the 15-yard line. He started running around the 35, calling timeout. And the referee didn't see him. He was calling timeout for about 15 yards.
Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about Coach Ruffin's energy in conversations we had this week. And we all, you know, we both know, and he said, you know, this is his last year. The coach is in waiting. But I tell you what, I think he still has the fire for this game as a coach.
You know, Coach Ruffin's a young guy too, man. He's about 46, 47, man, a little bit too early for retirement, Coach. I think you got a couple more years in you. Now, the coach in waiting might be saying something different.
Maybe saying something different. He's an alum coming in. But Coach Ruffin, you can tell is passionate about Tuskegee University. He wants to grow this program, wants to grow this athletic department. You already see the improvements they're already making with the school. So, you know, he's passionate about what the next level is for Tuskegee. Yes.
And, you know, this is the thing when you have your athletic director who's the head coach or you have basically anybody who's in charge of your athletic program, you want him to be all into the program. You want him to do what's it going to take to move your program to the next level. And I think that's what Coach Ruffin has in his heart, man. He wants this Tuskegee program to be in the place where they believe they belong as the cream of the top of the SIAC, or even Division II, not even the SIAC, just playing Division II football.
Absolutely. 18 seconds left here in the second quarter as Tuskegee looking to get into the end zone. Bryson Williams in the gun, Taylor to his left. Bryson Williams will keep it, gets down to about the 2-yard line, and it'll be another timeout from Tuskegee as, again, faking the zone read and going right off of that area. Look for some running room there.
You know, I like that play, what they did. They shifted the whole offensive line over to the left side, but they ran back to the right side. That's something new. I never saw that before. I've been watching a lot of football. I never saw that one before.
You know, as they call some trickeration. May have tried to get the defense off balance, but to no avail. Got a couple of yards, so 12 seconds left here in the second quarter.
And now here it is. It's decision time right here. 2nd and goal, 12 seconds. You know, you still have one timeout left. You can't take it with you. So that gives you time to run a running play. Gives you time to run a running play to see if you can get it in on the run. Or do you go with some play action? What I would do personally, take advantage of the athlete that you have in Bryson Williams. Let him roll out to that wide side of the field, get in space, and let him make the decision whether he's going to pass it or run it into the end zone.
So Tuskegee at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal, 12 seconds. And here's that shift again that we talked about earlier. Taylor to Williams' right. He'll give it to Toro. Taylor has some running room and gets into the end zone for the Tuskegee touchdown.
That's a beautiful play. Beautiful play. They ran the same look that they ran on the last play. They ran that running back faking to the outside, but this time, instead of the quarterback keeping it, they give it off to Toro, and Toro follows all those blockers and gets into the end zone.
And there's Hussick for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So Tuskegee pushes that lead to 21-7 over Central State. Keep it right here. So we're about to get into halftime, but again, you can see exactly what Tuskegee wants to do. Has guided themselves offensively with a lot of balance tonight.
A lot of balance, and what I like what they're doing, they're putting Bryson Williams in a spot to be successful. Throwing those short passes, those pinpoint passes, he's being successful. They're giving the ball to Edwards up the middle, and Edwards is just gashing them up the middle with those strong runs, and then you give it to your lightning guy. You give it to Toro. You let Toro pick up some yards on the outside. I like the balance that Tuskegee is displaying on offense tonight.
Again, as we await the kickoff, Arnez Hussick will be kicking. E.J. Wash and Twan Hines, it's like they are back to return. Actually checked that. 31 Josh Kennebrew back there to return for Central State. 7 seconds left before halftime. Again, make sure you stick around for one of the staples in HBCU folklore, Battle of the Bands between the Invincible Marching Marauders and the Tuskegee University Marching Crimson Piper Band. As this kick will be returned, crosses over the 10, cut down at around the 20-yard line. Good play that time by number 29, Damari Petaway. And that is the end of the first half. We've seen a good one so far, but Tuskegee leading by the score of 21-7 over the Central State Marauders. We're going to take a break. Make sure you stick around for the Battle of the Bands here from the Cramden Bowl. This is SIAC football on ESPN+. And welcome back. You're at halftime looking at the invincible marching Marauder Band. Tuskegee leading by the score of 21-7 over Central State. Make sure you enjoy. As that has been the invincible marching Marauders of Central State. As we await the Tuskegee University Marching Crimson Piper Band, we'll take a break here from the Crampton Bowl. 21-7, Tuskegee with the lead over Central State. This is And welcome back to SIAC football here on ESPN Plus. As now going on the field, the Tuskegee University Marching Crimson Piper Band. Enjoy the show.
Highlights Taylor's boy band and Taylor's girl group. Ladies and gentlemen, the world famous Crimson Piper.
SIAC football here on ESPN Plus. Tuskegee Golden Tigers leading the Central State Marauders by the score of 21-7 as we await the kickoff. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams. Beautiful night, day that has turned into night here from Montgomery, Alabama, Crampton Bowl. As Central State will get the first opportunity to get back into the ball game. Kick is through the end zone. And Central State will start 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Sylvester, what does Central State have to do to get back into this contest?
Well, what I like what Central State did in the first quarter when they drove down the field and scored, they hit a lot of those little short intermediate passes, what I like to call the little dink and dunk passes. You keep hitting those. You let your quarterback get into a rhythm. Well, first you got to figure out what quarterback's coming in the game. They played 2 of them, so you got to figure out which one's going to work for you this time.
It looks like Kendall Boney will come back.
And Boney had an impressive first couple of drives. I'm not even sure why he came out.
So Boney, the gun, man in motion. As Central State starts off at the 25-yard line. Boney shoots a pass out to the right, and it's dropped by E.J. Wash.
It hit him in the worst place possible. It hit him in his hands. It hit him in his hands. Oh, my goodness. You got to look that one in, man. You see, if he catches that, it's a good job of blocking downfield by his receivers. He has the edge right there. All he has to do is catch it first.
Right there in place, Zelly Aldridge, 2nd and 10 from the 25 for Central State. Boney looks to pass, shoots it out to the right flat. And that's caught by number 30, Xavier Price. And on the tackle, 22, Corey Petty. No, excuse me. It's not Petty on the tackle. We'll see what that number is.
But see, a good job of flowing to the ball by the Tuskegee defense. All the defensive players flowing over there, following that action, getting the stop.
4-yard pickup, 3rd and about 6. Boney rolls out to his left, completes the pass to number 2. That's Jeremy Clark. Brought down by number 11, Stanley Livingstone, who has been phenomenal tonight, been all over the field.
Livingstone just been all over the place, man. Just a guy just being in the right place, making himself getting there at the right time. You know, sometimes you wish he could have got there just a little bit earlier, though, to stop that first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Marauders at the 37-yard line. 13:58 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Boney looking to pass, shoots it to his right in between a couple of defenders and dropped right there at the last possible moment. Broken up by number 20, Zelly Aldridge again.
See, here's the thing about playing receiver. If you're going to run that route, he ran a perfect route. He sat in that zone on a perfect curl. The pass was there. You got hit. You're going to get hit. You might as well hold on to the ball.
Got to squeeze that football if you're that receiver. Great ball thrown by Boney that time.
He put it in there.
So 2nd and 10 at the 37 for Central State, who's kind of playing into what Coach Porter said they would do, pitching and catching and throwing around the yard. But they'll hand off this time to Price up the middle, brought down by number 24. That's Cedric Payman. But after a great pickup by Price.
Good job of field vision by Price. That should have went to the left, but he saw the hole on the right. Good job of field vision.
So they play with some tempo here. Boney looking to pass. Plenty of time. Shoots a pass up and complete to number 4, Brandon Brock.
See, I like what Boney's doing now. Look at that field vision. Look where he's putting that ball. He's placing it on the money, throwing it over the safety. Over the linebacker, underneath the safety. Good pass.
Zelly Aldridge on the tackle as Price handed the ball off that time. It's like a couple of yard pickup. Only may have kept it that time. But 2-yard pickup.
You know, Woodley's playing a good job over there filling in that middle linebacker.
See, as we talked about, one of the main players for Central State being out. And Boney shoots a pass to the left and out of the reach number 15, and that's Kendalius Hollins Jr.
You know, you mentioned, Vincent Hill, leading tackler for the team's out of the game, but Woodley, number 15, stepping up, man. Man down, next man up. you know, this is how you get more playing time. When you get a chance to shine, go on in there and shine.
Absolutely. 3rd and 8 for Central State. 12:59 here in the third quarter. Opening drive in the third quarter. Boney shoots a pass up to the left. Throws it high, but out of the reach of number 2, and that's Jeremy Clark.
And see, on that play right there, that's when you want Boney just to have a little bit more touch. And he throws, if he could have thrown that back shoulder pass, instead of throwing it in the back of the end zone, throw that back shoulder pass, that's a touchdown. When that DB is behind your receiver on that deep route like that, throw it short. Throw the back shoulder pass. Should have been a touchdown.
On the coverage that time, so it looks like Central State will attempt what looks like a 31-yard field goal. Kick is up and looks like it may have been blocked. Ball is spinning. It's like it was blocked by number 26, Fletcher Jordan of Tuskegee.
Where did Jordan get in? Looks like he's on that top wing out there, on top on the outside.
Yeah, we'll see completely. Yeah, they gave up the right end and gave up the inside.
That's bad technique. Bad technique by your wing guy. Here's the thing. If you're playing that wing blocker, you want to step down and close off that gap. You want to take away the man who has the shortest path to the kicker. If he steps down and close that out, then that kick is up and it's good. The guy on the outside, he has the longest path. You can let him go. It's the guy on the inside you want to close off.
Always the closest path to the football you want to cover first. So Central State with a promising drive, but no points. So now Tuskegee will get their first turn here in the third quarter, already leading 21-7 over Central State, 12:48 and counting here in the third quarter. So Williams shoots a pass up to number 80, and that's Jonathan Montreville.
You know, that's the look you wanted. They had man-to-man coverage on the outside. He was out there by himself. Oh, I think he grabbed the jersey. You see that hand on the bottom. Oh, got away with one.
You do see the hands, and could have been big there for the Golden Tigers.
But here's the thing, Jamie, it's not a penalty if the ref didn't call it.
This is true. This is true. So 2nd and 10 for Tuskegee. Ball at the 25-yard line. Check that, 20. Hand off to Torian Taylor on the left side, some running room. You see those feet still on his feet. Even though it's a little guy dragging defenders. And there's a flag on the play brought down by number 18, Jordan Bradley. And we'll see what this penalty is about in the neighborhood of holding.
Yeah, I think it's holding right there on the end by the receiver, and it's one of those unnecessary penalties too. Let's take a look at it on the end. You see Toro has this big run, a big run. Oh, yeah. They call face mask.
So it'll go against Central State that time. And some more yardage added on to the end of the run, so huge.
Where's that face mask at? Let's take a look.
Let's look right here at the end.
There you go.
Look at that. Beautiful camera angle that time.
Cameraman earning his money. Give him a raise, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, absolutely. 49-yard line for Tuskegee. Bryson Williams shoots a pass up to around the 39. Check that. Around the 41. And that ball goes to number 14, Rodriguez McGee. So Tuskegee playing with a little bit of tempo. Bryson Williams faked the handoff, going to instead throw it out of bounds. Over his receiver head. Looked like a broken play that time and just simply wanted to live for another day.
Smart play by Bryson. They wanted to run that read pass option. They ran it in the first quarter. They wanted to run that run pass option. They faked the handoff. Nothing was there on the handoff, and he saw his receiver was covered, so he just threw it out of bounds. This is my first time watching Bryson since last year, and I like the growth and development from Bryson Williams. I like what he's doing.
You saw the tail end of that reception by head coach Reginald Ruffin. So handoff to Torian Taylor on the right side. Has some running room, crosses over the 30, down to the 25, still on his feet, carrying defenders. And look at that run by Toro Taylor.
I'm telling you, man, he's out here looking like the Montgomery Bussin busing system, man. He's out here carrying folk. Man, how much they charge the city bus? How much they charge you for a ride, man?
Not quite sure, but brought down by number 33, Jaleel Lenore, after a huge pickup by Taylor.
Look at him. He's supposed to be the lightning guy. He's not supposed to be the thunder. Look at him running.
Tell you what, him and Dante Edwards combined for a great combination for that Tuskegee offense. So Bryson Williams, pistol formation, Taylor behind him. Bryson will throw it and nearly intercepted by number 14, Jalen Phelps. And again, after this kind of momentum, you don't want to see a turnover here.
You know, that's one of those things you try to want to keep that defense a little bit honest. You want to keep them honest. Don't have those linebackers cheat up so much, and you try to hit that little quick hitter in the seam to the tight end. Just didn't work out for Tuskegee.
Tried to go to number 88, Latrevian O'Neal. So 2nd and 10 for the Golden Tigers. An opening drive for Tuskegee after halftime. 10:44 and counting here in the third quarter. As Dante Edwards rumbling, stumbling, 5, 10, touchdown.
Dante Edwards finding the end zone one more time, man. Hey, between the tackles, that's what that guy does. Runs between the tackles and then pops it to the outside for the quick touchdown.
We talked about the complimentary back that Torian Taylor is, along with Dante Edwards, that hammer and nail, that thunder and lightning that we talked about earlier on. And you can see what Dante Edwards is able to do, going around that right side, getting some premium blocking into the end zone.
I tell you one thing, man, I'm just impressed with this Tuskegee offensive line. They're creating big holes.
Absolutely. Extra point is good. 10:38 left here in the third quarter. Tuskegee leading Central State by the score of 28-7. You're looking at SIAC football here on ESPN+.
Tomorrow, today. Georgia Power is investing in infrastructure to ensure a more resilient power grid, creating a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy, and installing high-speed EV charging stations across the state, giving Georgia's drivers the confidence to go electric. Because we know the carbon-free energy Georgia needs to prosper tomorrow will come from the tireless energy we put in our communities today. Georgia Power, powering tomorrow, today.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
And we are back where you can hear the sounds of both bands. Tuskegee balling and parlaying here at the Crandon Bowl, leading by the score of 28-7 over the Central State Marauders. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams as Arnez Hooskick kicks the ball. Almost double fielded that time. Cross over the 15-20, has some running room across the 30. Hooskick tries to make the tackle, holds the man up, and looks like Isaiah Saunders is out of bounds. but not after a good return.
I guess the right man got the ball. A little bit of miscommunication down there. It's like, I want it.
You get it. No, you get it.
You know what? And you can't get too mad because it's dead center. He kicked it dead center in the field. So they split the field. So, hey, he can't say it wasn't his ball.
So Central State to start 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Marauders. It looks like Brandon Kyles is in the ball game, running back to his left. As again playing 2 quarterbacks with him and Kendall Boney. So handoff to Price. Price still on his feet. Fumbles the football, and we'll see who gets it. Ball still loose, and it looks like we'll see what the call is, but Central State will retain possession. That ball seemed to be on the ground forever.
I tell you what, if Central State, they maintain possession, and that sometimes I like to say, hey, I'd rather be lucky than good. It is one of those instances. You'd rather be lucky than good. Good job of getting your helmet on the ball and knocking that thing free. And see, right here, Tuskegee's supposed to have this ball. It's supposed to be Tuskegee ball.
And just, the ball is not round, it is an oval.
There you go.
So 1st and 10 at the 23 for Central State. Kyles looking to pass, shoots the ball over the middle, is caught. And that looks like, we'll see what the signal is, and they do call it a touchdown.
It crossed the plane.
Micah Lowe on the reception, and Central State right back in it, never calling quits.
I tell you what, Micah Lowe, he's had an impressive game so far, especially in that first half. Went up and caught a bunch of tough passes in the first half. But look how him catches this. This is a quarterback's dream right here. That yak yards after the reception. Look how him fight his way on into the end zone and cross over.
Ball hit the ground before it came out. Extra point is up, and it is good. So with 9:46 left here in the third quarter, Central State crawls their way back in, and Tuskegee still leading by the score of 28-14 here at the Camden Bowl. We're going to take a break. This is SIAC football on ESPN+. Brandon Kyles and Micah Lowe brings those Central State Marauders closer to the Tuskegee Golden Tigers here at the Camden Bowl. 9:46 left here in the third quarter. 28-14 contest. Central State looks to kick. Jose Chavez will be kicking to that man Actually, it looks like they're switching up a little bit.
Yep.
Noah
Hart back there
will be receiving this kick. Hart fields it at the 2-yard line. Brings the ball up the middle, has some running room, brought down after a good pickup by number 25, and that's Travion Searcy.
Good job by Searcy. You know, what I like to see, man, here's a freshman out of Southwest Macon, getting in the game, making a tackle right here. If you're a freshman and you want to get playing time in college football, make your mark on the special teams. Make yourself valuable to the team. And that's a good job by Searcy getting down there, making the tackle, making himself valuable to the program.
So 1st and 10 at the 28 for Tuskegee, who looks to answer that last touchdown by Central State. Bryson Williams playing the whole way. The gun looking, throws one deep. Man open for a second. A split second. And ball falls to the turf. Try to go to number 80, Jonathan Bencherville.
And that's the thing on Williams, man. You want to put that one in the air a little bit longer. You want to throw that a little bit deeper. One of those ones, hey, man, you got to get in the weight room, get some arm behind it. Oh, man, he should have caught it.
Yes, he should have caught it.
I thought it was a bad pass, but man.
No, even though it was in double coverage, good pass by Bryson Williams. So 2nd and 10 at the 28. 9:32 here in the third quarter. Already with a 2-touchdown lead. It's like the ball will be handed off to Torian Taylor on the right side. Brought down after a couple. Brought down by number 54. That's Jamarcus Portis.
You know, strong run to the outside. He'll pick up 3 yards on that play. But I like how Central State, they're just stretching that defense out, stretching those linebackers going sideline to sideline. That's how you play that play. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, and cut off the game.
Absolutely. So we're talking 3rd and out 7 for Tuskegee.
And now Williams has to be a playmaker. He has to pass. They have to make sure they run their routes. If it's 3rd and 7, they need to run 8-yard routes at least.
Williams gets a snap, looking for a receiver, scans the field, ball tipped, and falls to the turf for the incompletion.
See, his first read wasn't there, and he went with his second read. But if you look at Toro, he's going to float around on the outside. Now, when the read's not there, you got to get it upfield to Toro. See, he threw it in the triple coverage. You got to throw that one over to your drop-off. If it's not there, you had plenty of time to go and find that 3rd or that 4th option.
All right, so Ryan Duff on to punt for Tuskegee. Once again, number 4, Brandon Brock, to receive. High and over in punt, rolls, gets down to about the 15-yard line, so flipping the field for Tuskegee. It looks like it may have been a flag, not sure.
So some of these returners, man, they're letting me down, man. I want my returners to be fearless out there. What's happening, both teams are giving the other teams an extra 10, 15 yards off the bounce. These punters, they have to go in there and they have to catch that ball in the air. If you call a fair catch, he can't hit you. So go on up there and catch the ball.
This is true. So we'll see what the penalty is. The officials gather.
Hey, you know what we hadn't done all day, man?
What hadn't we done?
Man, we love giving shout-outs, man. I told you we're not – this might be Tuskegee, but we're not Tom Joyner, man. We like giving shout-outs, man. Why don't you guys tweet us? Who's watching? I want somebody to tweet us, man. Tweet us. Let us know you're watching. Hit us on Twitter. I'm Sly the Sports Guy. Jamie, he's Sport Voice JW. Hey, tweet us. Let us know what you think. You saw the pictures at the beginning of the game when we were on screen. Tell me how good I look.
Look, man, I have a face for radio.
I have a face for television. I'm not going to lie. I might be the most humble man in America, but I will tell you the truth. I'm a very beautiful man.
So illegal substitution on Central State.
That's what my mom told me. She wouldn't lie to me.
She would.
She would not lie. Tweet us, people. Tweet us. Let us know what you think. Let us know who you're going for. The Central State people who stayed up in Ohio, let us know what you think. The Tuskegee people couldn't make it, the alumni. Let me know why the band didn't play any Commodores at halftime. I got to know.
So no Zoom.
No
Zoom
Zoom.
at halftime. Okay.
I got to know.
So Central State will start 1st and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line. 8:31 left here in the third quarter. Brandon Kyles at the quarterback position sends a man in motion. As he awaits the snap. Back up to his left. Shovel pass that time. And brought down quickly. And that shovel pass went to number 32, Tyshawn Nelson.
And look at the big defensive tackle eat down here. The big defensive tackle fight off that block, wait on that shovel pass. Look, he's waiting on it. He knows it's coming. Oh, yeah, gotta love that. You love to see that out the big guy, Isaiah Turner.
Absolutely. So 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9 for the Marauders. Kyles awaits the snap. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Kyles backs up, has plenty of time, shoots a pass to number 0, and that's Twan Hines. As he brought down by number 12, Dante Brown.
That's a good pass. Way to pick up the first down. Nice look. Find that little 10-yard curl and hit him. Pick it up.
So 1st down for Central State. Ball at the 22. Kyles looking to pass. Has a man deep and picks up Twan Hines again right in the soft spot for Central State and gets another 1st down.
I tell you, man, he's finding the spots, man, finding the holes in that zone. Finding that hole and just catching it right there in the bread basket.
Again, 1st and 10 for Central State. At the 46, 47, Brandon Kyles will keep it this time, has some running room, crosses over the 45 and gets down to around the 44, brought down by number 33, Isaiah Wells.
See, I like that. That short screen wasn't there, so he just tucked it and picked up what he could pick up, and he managed to get 9 yards.
Right, 4 receivers out, handoff this time on the left side to number 32, and that's Tyshawn Nelson again. On the rush. And again, another 1st down for Central State.
1st down, they're moving the ball.
Playing with some pace here. Kyles looking, shoots a pass up to Hines again. 5 and in the end zone for the touchdown.
We got a ball game, folks.
Yes, we do.
We got a ball game.
Central State never saying quit against Tuskegee. Even down here in Alabama, taking that long trek from Ohio. And gets in the end zone once again.
I'm telling you, man, just look at that pass. Just put it there, and he put it on the money. I'm talking about a post route straight down the field, down the middle of the field. It doesn't get much prettier than that, man. It doesn't at all.
Twan Hines from Brandon Kyles. As we await the extra point from Jose Charez. It's like we had a stoppage of play. Giving a shout out, Bogan BKA Mrs. Smooth. Thank you for shouting us out, watching her beloved Golden Tigers.
I tell you, we love giving shout outs. Miss Gold Digger, not Gold Digger, Miss Goal Digger. I like that.
Like that indeed. But again, when you're talking about the way that Central State has come to play, we talked to head coach Kevin Porter this week, and he talked about just how young his team is. And with them being so young, you like the fight that they're showing so far, especially coming out of halftime.
Exactly. Here's the thing. You're down big. You're on the road. You're 15 hours away from home. They could have folded up and went on home and just took the L. But these guys are fighting. They're not going home. They're not going home.
Not at all. So Jose Charez on for the extra point. Point is up, and it is good. So with 6:41 left in the third quarter, we do have a ball game. Tuskegee still leading by the score of 28-21 over the Central State Marauders. We're here at the Cramden Bowl. We're going to take a break. This is SIAC football here on ESPN+.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
6:41 left here in the third quarter. Central State scoring to get back into the contest. Here from the Cramden Bowl, I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams. Tuskegee still leading by the score of 28-21, but Central State is definitely not dying.
Hey, man, I know we're supposed to be watching this football game, but Central State Band just played a Michael Jackson medley. Hey, man, I had to stop for a second. They played MJ. I was dancing in the booth.
Ball caught around the 2-yard line, up the middle, has some running room. And that's number 86, Michael King, on the return. They'll get decent field position around the 30. We'll see where they spot the ball around the 31-yard line.
Hey, we love giving shout-outs, man. We regular Sid. I can't say your real name. This is a family show. Can't say your username, but regular Sid. Hey, send all comments. Tag at the SIAC. I would love to be there too. Well, I think I got a game next week.
Yeah, I think you do.
But tag at the SIAC. Let them know.
Because, listen, I tried to be under the shed, man. I tried. Look, I desperately wanted to.
We wanted to go there.
So Williams shoots a ball out to, that's number 14, Rodriguez McGee. His name's been called a lot tonight. We have a penalty on the play, and we'll see what this call is.
Holding, got to move it back, man. We got to keep on giving these shout-outs, man. We got a little bit of time. Fourth quarter's going to get serious, though. We got to slow down. For third quarter, we can do it.
And holding call on Corey Petty.
Anthony Wright. We see you, Anthony Wright. Doug Williams.
Which one? You say Anthony Wright and Doug Williams.
Those two
old quarterbacks.
Two great quarterbacks.
Anthony Wright.
Two great quarterbacks.
One in University
South Carolina, baby. And I'm a Commanders fan. I'm a lifelong Commanders fan.
We got to talk about this because you are from Columbia, South Carolina.
I am.
Williams shoots a pass up, nearly intercepted.
And see, right now, Bryson's a little bit out his comfort zone. All right, Doug Williams, I want you to cover your ear. I'm about to talk about your son for a second. He's a little bit out of his comfort zone. He started off the game 9 for 9, and he was throwing 5-yard outs, 8-yard curls. That's what built up that confidence early going. Now he's going downfield, and you notice he's thrown quite a few incomplete passes going downfield. What he needs to do is get back in that comfort zone, throw those short passes, get back comfortable, and then try to go back downfield.
Malik Johnson defending on that last play. So 3rd and 20. As Bryson Williams shoots one up the left side. Looks like a lot of hand fighting.
There's a flag.
And I tell you what, that may have been a good no call because you saw hand fighting on both the offense and the defense. So
you are right.
So again, squandered opportunity there. We'll see. Actually, that was 2nd and 20 after the penalty. So Tuskegee retains possession. 6:06 left here in the third quarter in a really good ball game.
It's a good ball game, and I'm telling you, now we like to say energy is contagious. You know, that good energy from the offense is transferring over to Central State's defense.
Tell you what, that might be good energy from the band.
Yeah, the band.
So Bryson Williams again flushed out to his left. Still has the ball, shoots a pass, and that ball will fall incomplete. And Tuskegee will be forced to punt. And you're looking at Central State kind of sticking around, getting late in the third quarter. We'll see if they decide to, well, not decide, but we'll see what they do to get back into this ball game and possibly tie it.
I tell you, huge drive for Central State coming up. Now, we talk about the drive coming up, but this punt is even bigger. Now, they might blow this thing wide open with a big-time punt return.
Ryan Duff set to punt. Back to return, Brandon Brock.
Oh.
Ball high in the air. He fair caught at around the 43. So Central State will have good field position to start off with. But what have you liked about Central State or in their approach here in the third quarter?
I like how they're stepping up in this third quarter. They're bringing in another quarterback, and now he's completing some passes downfield. The energy is up. The energy's high. They're moving like a little bit more well-oiled here in the second half.
So ball at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Brandon Kyle still in the ball game. Looks for a receiver, shoots a pass up the right side. Man, open for a second, and ball falls incomplete. Tried to go to Brandon Brock.
Now, if you watch this is for you young cornerbacks. Take a look at this cornerback. He doesn't turn his head. He waits until the receiver sticks out his arm. Now, he sticks out his arm. Look at this. Boom. He saw that receiver stick out his arm. He stuck his arm out. That's something you young cornerbacks need to watch right there. That's how you play that pass.
So 2nd and 10 at the 43. Handoff this time. Over on the left side, that's number 32. Again, Tyshawn Nelson, who's taking the bulk of the carries here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I like that one. That's your linebacker meets the running back. Stand them up in the hole right there. I like to see that one. Woodley coming in the hole, just standing them up. Hey, man. Woodley's trying to get him some playing time. He came into the game the second string Will backer. The middle linebacker was out. I don't want Hill to be Wally pipped.
Willie Apollon. Kyles will keep the ball this time up the middle, has some running room, still on his feet. Gets around the 40, still on his feet, carrying Golden Tigers. And we'll get down around the 39-yard line and enough for a Central State first down.
I tell you, man, that energy, man, it's just moving. It is moving for Central State. The Marauders are feeling it. They're confident on offense. Whatever they're doing seems to go right. It seems to work for them. Yeah, they are feeling it right now.
And I tell you what, for this offense, you know, you're talking about usually if you have two quarterbacks or playing two quarterbacks, you don't have one. But I tell you what, both quarterbacks on offense have played well. Kyle shoots a pass up the left sideline in the end zone for the touchdown. We don't see any flags, but that may have been a push-off.
Hey, it's only a push-off if the referee says it's a push-off. And the referee did not throw a flag, so it was not a push-off. That is what we call a pro move. We say that's a pro move.
Brandon Brock on the touchdown reception from Brandon Kyles. And again, you see right there around the 15, you see it locked in. Great camera work.
The full arm extension, too. But the referee didn't call it.
And amazing by Brock to actually keep his concentration on the football after pushing off. So Charez kick is up and no good.
That was huge.
Yes, it is huge. And now are down by 1. So Tuskegee still with the lead, 28-27. But Central State has called back in at 4:26 left here in the third quarter. We'll take a break here from the Crandon Bowl. No, we're going to stay here at the Crandon Bowl. So when you're looking at the way that Kyles is leading this offense, especially from the quarterback standpoint in the passing game, you kind of see what the small and subtle differences are when it comes to what they do differently than Boney.
And he's better at going downfield. He's better at going downfield than Boney. And here's the thing. Right now, Boney didn't play a bad game in the first half. He played a really good game in the first half, but Kingsley just came in here and he's just lighting it up downfield. He is lighting it up downfield. He's making a case to say, hey, coach, I'm the starting quarterback. You need to leave me as starting quarterback.
And the irony is Coach Porter talked about somebody running away and taking the keys. You know, he wants somebody to just lead and stay in that position. So we will see. This is going a long way to determine that. So Charez with the kickoff. Caught it around the 7-yard line, up the middle. Ooh, hard hit right there at the end by number 22. That's Nelvon Bessies.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Brown come over the top. Boom! Brown comes in there and lays a helmet. Ooh!
That's Noah Hart on the return. I'll tell you what. Hard hit that time. Central State is pumped up.
They are pumped, man. And I tell you what, man, I got to stop talking about this Central State band, man. They got me moving up here in the booth, man.
Absolutely. So ball on the 22-yard line. Tuskegee still up. 4:21 left here in the third quarter. Torian Taylor with the rush over on the left side, brought down by number 52, and that's Mike White. Again, when you're looking at the way that Toro Taylor gets the football, still has the ability to run in between the tackles and outside.
Toro, yeah, and that's the thing about Toro. Toro's not a big guy. He's a small back, but he's tough, man, and I like tough backs.
So 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 for Tuskegee, who now is in a sense of urgency. Toro Taylor on the rush, brought back by a couple of Marauders that time. Number 69, Ryan Lee, along with number 99, James Drain. So looks like no gain on the play. 3rd and 5 for Tuskegee, 3:24 and counting here in the third quarter, and what has turned into a good ball game.
Now, what I would like to see right here now, you want to put Williams in space. Let Williams go off for some type of play action, a waggle type action. Let him get in space to the wide side of the field.
So Williams in the pistol formation, looking to pass. Doesn't see a receiver immediately. Still on his feet, shoots a pass on the left side, and that will go out of bounds.
That was an incomplete pass. Didn't work for him, but I like what he did with it. He saw the play wasn't there, and he threw it out of bounds. He didn't take the sack. He threw it out of bounds. I like that, even though it was an incomplete pass. I like his train of thought. And another thing, that's the maturity of Williams right now. That's the maturity that he didn't have last year, and he has now.
Central State gaining confidence on defense, forcing Tuskegee to punt once again. Ryan Duff set to punt. And back to return, Brandon Brock. So ball high in the air. Brock will there catch it, drops it. We'll see if Tuskegee can get on the ball. They do. And gets the ball up. It's like they'll stop it at the 20-yard line. Huge mistake right there. Absolutely kills the momentum of Central State.
I'm telling you, everything was going right for Central State until this. Look at this. You know, nothing fancy, nothing special. He called a fair catch, but you gotta catch it. Look it in your hands. See, look how his hands are turned. His hands are turned up. If you're going to fair catch that, no one's around you, form the bread basket. Go ahead, let it drop into you. Don't turn your hands up. Let it drop into you and catch it like that with your hands, man.
He did was Cardinal sin in my neighborhood, dropping the church's money.
He dropped the church's money. So, there it is.
So 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Tuskegee. 2:44 left here in the third quarter with the 1-point lead. Bryson Williams still playing the whole way. Dante Edwards on the rush.
I tell you, man, that dropping that punt, man, that is a momentum killer right there. You know, I don't know how this game's going to turn out, but if it doesn't turn out the way Central State wants, he might have to walk the first couple of miles.
Tell you what, he talked about this team being so young, and this, you know, these times you can see that youth. You know, when it comes to just this ball club and closing out games, this has been huge. You know, Central State has coming into this contest 2-4. And so, you saw that fight going in. So 2:07 left. Bryson Williams fakes, still on his feet, fighting, and brought down after a couple of yards by number 33. And that is Jaleel Lenore.
That's a tough run out of your quarterback right there. That's taking one for the team, man. He got hit 2 or 3 times to pick up 3 yards on that one.
Absolutely. So 3rd and about 2 for Tuskegee. We'll see what they decide to do here. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Edwards to the right of Bryson Williams. They decide to scan the field. Power set to that right side. Williams. Edwards actually gets the ball. And it'll be close. Tackled by a host of Marauders. It looks like it'll be 4th and very close. We'll decide what Tuskegee will decide what they want to do here.
Should be no question. The way the offensive line has been working for Tuskegee, the way Edwards has been running, go ahead, give it to Edwards.
So Bryson Williams scanning the field, looking for the play coming from the sidelines.
Now the Tuskegee crowd is making noise. Y'all need to be quiet. You got the ball on offense.
Edwards gets the ball. Tell you what, he had to keep those feet churning. Looks like he will get it. We'll see what the final signal is, and it will be a first down.
And that's a first down for Edwards and Edwards alone. Look at him. He'll go through that first contact, go through that arm tackle right there, break enough, and he almost lost the ball, too. Way to hold on to the ball, Edwards.
He almost lose the ball. Chaz Hunter was almost in to make that stop. Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh, okay, they're dropping.
Okay, 1st and goal.
You saw the same thing
I
I saw.
The same thing. I saw the chains backing up, but it is actually 1st and goal for Tuskegee right there at the 10-yard line. So 10 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Looks like they may try to run a play, and they will. So handoff to Torian Taylor, crosses over, steps out of the arm tackle, and in for the Tuskegee touchdown.
Man, you can't get him down playing flag football in the phone booth, man. You see the way that kid moves. You see the way he's sliding his feet. Those are those little rope ladder drills that running backs run every day. Look at him shuffle his feet. Look at him slide his feet back to the right, back to the left. Look at that. Look at that cut. Now you cut back there. Hey, man.
You sound excited right there.
Oh, they getting the old man happy up here in the booth, man. I'm going to get out there and play some ball, man.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So here at the end of the 3rd quarter, Tuskegee adds a touchdown and now leads by the score of 35-27. We'll take a break here from the Camden Bowl in a good contest. Make sure you stick around. This is SIAC football here on ESPN+. Here at the start of the fourth quarter, Tuskegee adds a touchdown and now leads by the score of 35-27. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams, and we are glad you are enjoying this contest here from the Camden Bowl.
I tell you, we give shout-outs, man. We would give shout-outs. Shout-out to Pop Finance John E., all the way from California, checking us out, man. I'm going to send a request down to the band to play some California love for you.
All right, ball is fielded at the 1. Finds a seam and gets tackled around the 20. That's number 31, Josh Kennebrew. So now if you're Central State, you fumbled a punt return, fumbled that to give Tuskegee great field position. They capitalized, so what do you have to do? What does head coach Kevin Porter have to do to kind of rally the troops again? See,
here's the thing. The offense, these guys still should be flying high because of what they've been doing. So stick with what you've been doing. Those post routes, those skinny seam routes in the middle, stick to that. That's been working for you.
So Kyle's looking to pass. Fakes, tries to throw one deep on the left side, and it is caught. And that's Twan Hines on the reception.
You know, I talked a little bit earlier about throwing that back shoulder pass. That's the perfect example of that back shoulder pass. The DB was running downfield with his back turned. Quarterback throws it to his back shoulder every time.
Central State on the 44. First and 10. Kyles gets the snap, shoots it up the right side this time. And reception made by number 4, Brandon Brock. And again, you can see that passing game absolutely phenomenal for Central State.
And that's touch. Look at the touch he puts on this pass. Look at it. He just puts it right there in the breadbasket. That is touch, man. It doesn't get much better than that.
Defending on the play, Fletcher Jordan. So now at the 20, first and 10, handoff this time to number 32. And that's Tyler Nelson. Brought down by number 44. That's Jeremy Dees.
Man, Kyles is putting on a passing clinic here in this second half.
So Kyles shoots a pass to the left side, caught, but taken down immediately. And that goes to Kendallis Hollins on the reception.
As soon as I say something, he rushes the pass. Right there, you got to make that one count. Well, good thing he didn't, because if he would have caught it standing up, he might have lost the helmet.
Absolutely. Twan Hines really didn't sustain his block that time to even spring the reception. So
I'm telling you, it might have been concussion protocol if he caught that.
So 3rd and 6 for Central State. 13-15 and counting here in the final stanza. Shoots a pass in between so many defenders, and it's caught by number 26, Michael Lowe.
How did he find the window to put that pass in? I'm talking about he put it in a window. He put it in a halfway shut window.
And off on the right side. And that'll go to Tyshawn Nelson once again.
Look at that replay right here. Look at this window that he puts this ball in.
I'm talking about throwing the ball. Look at that.
Look at that.
Phenomenal throw and catch that time.
Look like a younger version of myself out there.
No comment, sir. No comment. So second and goal. 2nd and 3. Kyles will keep it himself. And he is in for the Central State touchdown. Look, man, this is a ball game. Brandon Kyles, you see that confidence, see him bouncing off the field. And Central State is gaining confidence with every snap of the football.
You know, I like what they're doing right here. They're going for the extra point. They're not rushing it. They're not feeling the pressure. It's 12 minutes left to go in this game. No need to go for 2. Not quite yet.
All right, extra point is up, and it is good. So with 12:22 left in the contest, your new score, Tuskegee 35, Central State 34. We'll take a break here from the Camden Bowl. This is SIAC football on ESPN+. 12:22 left here in the fourth quarter. Central State crawls back in it. Tuskegee still leading by the score of 35-34. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams in this phenomenal contest from the Cramden Bowl. Quick shout out to Tuskegee Beauty out there, Tia. Ball and parlay all day, TU. Great job, guys. We appreciate you listening here on ESPN+. It's the kickoff. It's fielded around the 8-yard line. Has some running room, still untouched up the middle, still on his feet. Oh! May have been tripped up by the turf monster.
I'm telling you, that turf monster jumped up there and got him by the ankle. Oh, my goodness, that hurt.
Number 86, Michael King, starting Tuskegee out with great field position. Special teams have been special today, really getting both teams in good spots.
I'm telling you. And look at this right here. He breaks that tackle.
He tripped over his
own man. Oh, that's even worse than the turf monster.
You know, when they look at this film.
Oh, that is worse than the turf monster.
So 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for Tuskegee. Just looking to add to their total. Handoff to Dante Edwards with some running room on that left side. And brought down by number 93, Elijah Slaughter.
Jamie, I'm having a problem, Jamie. I'm supposed to be concentrating on this game, but Central State Band is playing Shakademus. They're playing Murder She Wrote. Oh, they're playing Murder She Wrote.
Listen, I'm not sure what's going on, but let me give credit to that Central State band. The Invincible Marauder Band. They are doing a phenomenal job, along with the Crimson Pipers as well.
Let the drummer get some.
So Bryson Williams fakes, will keep it. Gets over the 40 down to about the 38. So that'll be a first down for Tuskegee.
Another first down for Tuskegee. Move the ball down the field and put it in the end zone. This game might come down to whoever has the ball last, but Tuskegee has to keep on going, keep on pushing.
We talked earlier about that missed extra point. We'll see if that comes back to haunt Central State. So 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Bryson Williams, who's played quarterback the entire way for Tuskegee. 10:50 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Hand off to Dante Edwards, spinning. Can't get out of the hands of number 21. That's Montego Johnson.
But you know what I like about Dante Edwards? The first man is not going to bring Dante down. The first man, look at him. Where does he get hit at? He gets hit, first guy, boom, well, he runs into his own man, the first guy. But he just keeps on going, man. Keeps on running. Trying to run through those arms, man.
Looks like about a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7 for Tuskegee. As Bryson Williams scans the field. Central State doing some moving around on defense as the clock is starting to become a factor. But I'll tell you what, with a 1-point lead, can't really worry about the clock right now. You just wanted to get the triple zeros with the lead. So handoff to Dante Edwards on the right side, has a running room, crosses over the 20, 15, gets down to the 10 and tackled around the 8-yard line.
Dante, I don't think he's been outside the tackles one time. Everything he's doing inside the tackles. Look at him go inside that tackle box. Follow Big 69. Follow the big man in there. Boop, squirt through. Now break it on downfield. Dante, I like the way he runs.
This is his time of the contest. When everyone's tired, you bring those fresh legs. And he's been running the entire game, but I tell you what, the 1-2 punch with him and Toro Taylor, it gives him an opportunity to be fresh here in this fourth quarter. So 9:25 left here in the contest. Edwards that's Taylor drops the ball.
Oh, what were you doing?
And Central State jumps on it. Number 18, Jordan Bradley.
He's out here looking like Cam Newton. He got number 1. He has number 1. Fall on the ball, kid. Fall on the ball. What are you doing? Let's look at this. Okay. Didn't get it on the handoff. Now turns around. Get on doing it. He jumped away from the ball. Oh my goodness. You gotta fall on the ball. This is college. You can't that's making a business decision. He made a business decision. You gotta sell out. Get on the ball. Oh man. You might have to walk back to Tuskegee because of that one right there.
Well, it's only 30 miles away.
Hey, he going to have to hoof all 30. Him all the coach.
So 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line for Central State, who can take the lead if they can get some points on the board, either by field goal or touchdown. Brandon Kyles, who's played most of this second half, shoots a pass up the right, caught at the 25, across the 20-15, 10, dancing with the defender and gets taken out at around the 2-yard line. And that's number 26, Micah Lowe, who has been phenomenal in the passing game for Central State.
Look at here. Michael Lowe is earning his money, and Kyles is making a thing. He's making a pitch to be player of the week in the SIAC in the second half alone. Just the second half, the numbers that's Kyle putting up.
Great concentration that time by Lowe. So 1st and goal for Central State. Handoff. It looks like that'll go to number 32, Tyshawn Nelson. Still fighting for yards. He'll be tackled by number 44, and that's Jeremy Dees.
Now, if the coaches in the booth saw exactly what I saw, they're going to go back to the read option on this play. Nobody checked the quarterback on that handoff. Let's see if they go to the read option, because the defensive end did not check the quarterback.
This is actually a big contest for Tuskegee, who's leading the West in the SIAC. Kyle's still on his feet, and he'll be brought down around the 4-yard line. And that's number 33, Messiah Wells, on the tackle.
Now this is huge right here. 3rd down. You know, you kind of figure out what type of coaching staff or mentality do you have. Do you try to run it in the middle just in case you got to set up the field goal? Or do you throw this thing in the back corner of the end zone for some type of fade?
So huge 3rd down here because the kicking game hadn't been what Coach Porter has wanted. Kyles will keep it, still driving, and he'll get down short of the goal line. Looks like about the 1-yard line, 7:20 and counting here in the contest. Tuskegee still with the 1-point lead. We'll see what Central State decides to do, because I tell you what, Coach Porter has not made any bones about his kicking game, and it looks like they will kick the field goal.
And see, that's not what Coach Porter wanted. Coach Porter, that play was designed to go to the middle of the field so they could set up that field goal attempt if they didn't score. But what ended up happening, Kyles ended up being forced to the outside, and now this is an awkward angle for your field goal kicker. He's a right-footed kicker, but he's going to have to kick it back over to the left.
And flag goes up, so may have been a delay of game here.
And if you're Central State, that's not a bad penalty if it's a delay of game, because now you're going to move it back 5, and you got a little bit of a better angle.
So we'll see what the official says.
That's not a bad penalty. I mean, there are a lot of bad penalties out there, but that's one that's maybe not that bad. Now, if he misses the field goal, it's a terrible penalty.
Okay, so they declined the penalty.
That's smart.
So you see some gamesmanship going on here with Coach Porter and Coach Reginald Ruffin. So again, chip shot field goal here. Kick is up.
Terrible.
And it is no good by Jose Chavez. And again, I think, Sylvester, when you talked about angles, that's exactly what occurred here.
And that's why I say you would have. Now, there's a lot of jumping on the sideline. I wonder if he got a piece of that. If somebody might have got a hand on that, they might have got a piece of it, because it looked a lot of jumping on the sideline. Let's see 44.
We'll check the replay here. Reaches out.
Possibly Jeremy Dees. We're going to give it to you, Jeremy. We're the unofficial scores. We're going to say you got a piece of it, Jeremy.
Officially unofficial, but again, that is what Coach Porter was talking about when he referred to the kicking game. This is an incredibly young squad. There's some things he knew they had to shore up, and this may come back to bite these Marauders later. 6:43 left here in the contest. Tuskegee has the ball now on the 20-yard line. Bryson Williams, who's played the entire way. Dante Edwards in the backfield. along with them. Pistol formation. They'll hand off to Edwards on the left side, has some running room, and again, you can see him running through tackles and brought down by number 33. And again, Jaleel Lenore, but not after significant yards by Dante Edwards.
I'm telling you, Dante Edwards, I don't know if it's Dante Edwards or Dennis Edwards because he's a rolling stone.
I like that, sir. I like that.
Broadcasting school is paying off, baby.
So 1st and 10 at the 31. And you see the Golden Tigers taking their time at this point. 6-11 and counting here in the contest. They have a 1-point lead, but definitely want to take care of the football. Bryson Williams gets the snap, hands off to Dante Williams on the right side, has running room, crosses over the 50, carrying defenders, and gets down to about the 43-yard line.
Look at here. Inside the tackle box. Dante Edwards has not been outside of the tackle box all game long. Look at that. Dante Edwards just straight up the middle all game long. 2 running backs over 100 yards tonight for Tuskegee.
I tell you what, brought down by number 25, Travion Searcy. But this is Reggie Ruffin Ball right here. He's a defensive guy, wants to protect the football and run the football effectively to save that defense. So at the 43, 1st and 10 for Tuskegee. 5:40 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Hand off again to Dante Edwards. He'll be stopped in the backfield this time.
Now that's a big stop. That's a big stop by your big defensive tackle coming up right there to make that Kenyon Smith. I like how Smith fall off that block. Look at him down there at your defensive tackle. Look at him fight off that guard and get in the backfield. Ooh, push the big guard. Get off me. I've been in the weight room longer than you. That's what he said. Said the weights work up here in Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Loss of about 1 on the play, so 2nd and 11 for Tuskegee. 5:05 and counting here in the 4th quarter in a phenomenal contest. Tuskegee with the 1-point lead. Bryson Williams in the pistol formation. He will keep it this time. Goes out the right side, has some running across over 35. Still on his feet, down to the 29-yard line. And Bryson Williams using the legs to move the change for Tuskegee.
Yeah, that's a really great read. He saw that defensive end crash in, and once that defensive end crashed in, he knew to pull it. It's my time to shine when that defensive end crashed in. Good read by young Bryson Williams right there.
You can also see they've got the message to protect the football, covered it with 2 hands that time going to the ground. So 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, 4:19 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Here in this phenomenal ball game from the Cramton Bowl here in Montgomery, Alabama. So handoff to Torian Taylor. This time has running room, untouched. 5, touchdown, Torian Taylor. And Tuskegee strikes again.
Look at Torian. That's Torian's 3rd touchdown. He's 1 touchdown away from that Al Bundy special. That's 4 touchdowns in a high school game. It's a college game.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Polk High is definitely in the limelight tonight.
Look at Torian, straight up the middle. Toro.
Again, as we wait the extra point is good by Husick.
Now here's the thing. Check this out. The way Central State has moved the ball down the field, they still got plenty of time.
All right. So 42-34, 4:03 left in the contest. We'll take a break here from the Cramton Bowl. This is SIAC football here on ESPN+. 4:03 left in the contest. Tuskegee scores a touchdown by Torian Taylor and pushes the lead up to 42-34 over the Central State Marauders. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams in a phenomenal contest here from the Cramden Bowl. And you can see the battle within the battle with the bands.
I'm telling you, man, listening to Central State, I see why they got the invite to Dave Chappelle block party. They're killing it over here. This band is killing it.
Ball received around the 5-yard line. Still on his feet. That's number 28, Isaiah Sanders. And brought down, looks like around the 11-yard line. That's by number 45, Deleon Smith. As the Marauders look to get back into this contest, they have not said quit the entire second half. Went into halftime down 21-7, came back out, and has been fighting ever since.
Ever since, and I'm talking about following the lead of their leader. Their leader, Kyles, he has came out here like a man on a mission. He's here to prove something about that starting quarterback position. Now, only one safety over the top. They've been beating him deep. Watch this far receiver on the outside.
Looks like we have a stoppage play, flag on the field. It looks like it'll be a delay of game.
Now, if Tuskegee doesn't change up their defense, it looks like their cornerbacks are man on the outside. That safety, they had one safety counter shielding the 3 receiver side. Now, if that cornerback is man on the outside, he's been getting beat like a drum all night. Let's see what happens.
So first and 15 for Central State. As they'll hand it off this time. Man up the middle, cross over to 20, 25, and brought down at around the 26. And it will be the 26 enough for a first down. That is Xavier Price.
Look where they run. Blitzers coming to the outside. They run where the blitzer was. Good play call.
So playing with some pace here, Central State. On offense, Brandon Kyles looking to pass, shoots one up the left sideline. And looks like, we'll see what the call is. Looked out of bounds.
Yep, he's out of bounds.
And he was out of bounds. Great effort by Twan Hines that time. But just a little bit outside.
And what Central State is doing, they're saying we have better athletes than you on the outside. That's all. That's all. They're saying my wide receiver is a better athlete than your DB, and I'm going straight at you. And that's exactly what they've done these past couple of drives.
Great camera work that time. You can see his feet clearly out of bounds. Handoff this time to Price with some running room. And ball down at around the 36. And we'll see, and it will be, let's see, and the chains are moving, so enough for a Central State first down. 3:10 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. And right now, the Marauders have to play with a little bit more urgency. So first and 10 for Central State. Tuskegee showing blitz. Kyles shoots a pass. Tried to go to his main man today. That's Micah Lowe, but could not make the connection that time.
It hit him in the worst place possible, man.
Them hands.
Hit him in his hands. See, here's what I think. I'm from the school. I believe if that ball touches your hands, you got to come down with it. I don't care if it's high. I don't care if it's wide. If it touches both of your hands, you have to catch it.
Man, you rough, man. You are rough.
I am rough. Hey, that's what I believe. I believe if it touches your hands, both of them, oh, you got to catch it.
All right, second and 10
I
for
believe
Central State.
I believe in making kids walk home from the game.
See, look at you. At the 36-yard line, Kyles gets it in to Lowe this time. Gets down to about the 46. We'll see what they count it. Brought down by number 12, and that's Dante Brown.
He made up for it that time. He made up for it. He looked it all the way in, let it come all the way to his breadbasket, pulled it all the way in for the big gain, about 16, 17 yards.
2:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Tuskegee with the lead, Central State with the ball, looking to answer that last touchdown by the Golden Tigers. Kyles, ball tipped that time, falls to the turf, incomplete. Tried to go to his running back that time, Xavier Price.
I tell you, tried to set up a little screen to the outside, man. You know, I got some people comment on that talking about making the kids walk home. You know, I coached Little League football at one time. I made my kid walk home. He dropped the pass, man.
We're not going to talk about that.
I'm serious.
You still can be charged for that. At 2nd and 10 for Central State. As Kyles will keep it this time. Has a hole. Cross over the 40, 35, 30. And down at around the 29-yard line. Brought down by Fletcher Jordan.
Hey, man, Kyles is making a good case to be the SIAC Player of the Week just off of this second half. He has over 250 yards passing and about 60 yards rushing in the second half.
So 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, 1:54 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Kyles shoots a pass up the right side, tries to go to his man to get in. It's intercepted. It is intercepted. What a catch.
Tip drill. Tip drill, you work on it every day in practice.
Zelly Aldridge with the interception, and that may do it for Tuskegee.
I put the announcer's jinx on him. I was talking about the good game that Cal was playing.
You already gave him the trophy.
I put the announcer's jinx on him.
You did.
I tell you, I'm talking about, you know, if you look at the coverage, ball a bit underthrown. He has to go up there and get it. But look at your safety coming over the top, sticking with it, both feet in. Interception all day, every day.
Tell you what, great camera angle that time. Tried to go to Brandon Brock, the money man, but great play that time by the Tuskegee defense. Handoff to Torian Taylor up the left side, and time is definitely a factor at this point. 1:35 and counting here in the fourth quarter in what has been a phenomenal contest.
So they let too many seconds go off the clock before they call that timeout. So take a look at this play one more time. Look at him go up over the top. It was underthrown.
Again, a phenomenal play. So 1:27 here left in the fourth quarter. Tuskegee with the ball in the lead, 42-34. We're going to take a break here from the Camden Bowl in a phenomenal contest. This has been SIAC football here on ESPN+. .139 left in the contest. Your score 42-34. Tuskegee leading over Central State. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams in what has been a phenomenal contest here from the Camden Bowl. Handoff to Torian Taylor on the right side. Looks like it's running room and plenty of real estate to go. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and in the end zone. for the Tuskegee touchdown and what you call the Al Bundy special.
4 touchdowns in a game. Straight up the pike, 95 yards down the field. It doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't get much better. Right here, Central State, their defense, they sold out trying to stop the run at the line of scrimmage. And once he broke into that secondary, that was it. That's just, hey, I'm a world-class sprinter, and you can't touch me. That's all that is. A little bit of MC Hammer. You can't touch this.
There you go. Kick is up, extra point is up, and it is good. So with 1:26 left in the contest, Tuskegee now with the lead, 49-34. We're going to take a break here from the Crandon Bowl. This is SIAC football here on ESPN+. .126 left in the contest, and Tuskegee may have put the final nail in the coffin over Central State. Here from the Cramden Bowl, I'm Jamie Walker alongside Sylvester Williams in what has been a phenomenal contest, Sylvester.
Hey, it doesn't get much better than this, man. We have seen, this is like a big heavyweight fight right here. I'm talking about slugs. I'm talking about heavyweight punches being thrown. You know, I talked earlier about the game that Cowles was playing and how Cowles was making a case to be the SIC Offensive Player of the Week. But slow down. I talk too fast. Because we got a young man, Torian Toro Taylor. This guy has 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. I don't know how many receiving yards he has. But, hey, 4 touchdowns, 200 yards rushing. You might be looking at your SIAC Player of the Week.
He has definitely made his case, and we'll see what happens over the weekend. But I can't think of anyone better to have that honor.
We might even be talking about Division II Player of the Week.
There it is. So Brandon Cowles, 1st and 10 at the 25. 126 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Shoots a pass up to around the 42, and that is caught by Twan Hines.
Great job by Twan of just finding that soft spot in the zone. You know, they're going to give you everything up underneath. All you have to do is just find the hole.
Woody Appeline on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Marauders. Kyles looking to pass, scrambles, still on his feet, will take off this time, crosses over the 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds around the 38-yard line. And Brandon Kyles shown a lot with his legs tonight along with his arm.
I'm telling you, man, he can pick them up and put them down. You know, he has over 50-some yards rushing. Impressive game, man. Except for that one interception, I've been really impressed with him on what he's been doing this game.
So after 39, 1st and 10 for Central State, 54 seconds left in the contest. Central State still fighting, shoots a pass and caught by Brandon Brock and steps out of bounds, forced out of bounds by number 9, and that's DeVere Hamilton.
I like that fancy footwork, but in real life, what I would have loved to see once he caught that ball, he couldn't have got much further. Go on and get out of bounds. Every second counts, man. I've seen strange things happen on the football field.
You have. So 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. 47 seconds left in the contest. Kyle's looking to pass once again, shoots it out to the right side. Brock catches it again, brought down quickly. Brought down by Messiah Wells.
You know, and that hurts right there. They're going to have to call that timeout in the middle of the field. 36 seconds to stop the clock. You know, your pass routes that you want to run your pass routes either past the first down marker or toward the sideline, so you didn't have to use those timeouts, man. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to work, you know. You know, sometimes ugly things can work. I've seen 2 ugly people make a pretty baby, so it doesn't matter how it works. It just has to work.
Listen, ugliness is in the eye of the beholder.
Hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That too.
But ugly is to the bone.
But I'll tell you what, when you're talking about this ball game, coming in, you saw the different records. You saw Central State coming in 2-4. You know, Tuskegee coming in at 4-2. You saw who was playing well and who wasn't, and the expectations of the ball game have gone really beyond my expectations.
Exactly.
To be perfectly honest.
Exactly. You know, this is the funny thing about the SIAC, man. Some of these records are fooling. Like Allen, they've lost, 5 games by 10 points, less than 10 points altogether?
Kyle shoots a pass, and that'll be incomplete as he tried to go to Brandon Brock again.
These games are confusing. These records, don't be confused by a lot of these records because there's some really good teams out here. Allen is 10 points away from being 5-2. You know what I'm saying? They're 10 points away. I'm not 5-2. I'm sorry, for being 5-1. They're 10 points away.
Along with a thunderstorm from having a victory as well.
Exactly.
So 3rd and 5 for Central State. Kyle's looking to pass. Shoots a ball up to Twan Hines. It looks like they'll call it incomplete.
Couldn't bring that one down.
Broken up by number 7, Antonio Kennan Jr. Right there on time. Couldn't bring the ball in. So 4th and 5 for Central State, who, again, we have to give kudos to. I know we don't believe in moral victories per se, but this young team came into a hostile environment and really played well.
I'm going to be honest. Jay.
Okay, go ahead. Jay. Honesty is the best policy.
I'm going to let you give kudos. I give no moral victories.
So Brandon Kyles takes off, spins. It's down to around the 9-yard line. We'll see if that is enough for a first down. It'll be close. It looks like it will be. So 1st and goal. Again, I know you don't want to give kudos.
I give no moral victories. My kid came home with a 3rd place trophy. We threw it away.
Oh, you one of them parents.
I'm one of them parents.
So 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Brandon Kyles has played the whole way in the second half. Shoots a pass and will fall incomplete with 1 second left in the contest. So it looks like Central State will get one more play.
And here's the thing now. It doesn't matter if they score or doesn't score. It won't affect the game. But this play right here is for pride.
Absolutely.
This is for pride. And it's pride on both sides of the ball. It's pride on both sides. Central State wants to score. I'm sorry, I'm about to say Kentucky. Tuskegee has to be prideful and say, no, you will not score.
Said, you shall not pass. So 1 second left in the contest. Brandon Kyles shoots a pass, and it will fall incomplete, and that is the ball game. Tuskegee having to travel down to the Cramden Bowl, close to home but not at home, but wins this contest by the score of 49-34 over the Central State Marauders. Talking about two really good friends, hard-fought battle, but two really good friends in head coach Reginald Ruffin and Kevin Porter, who kind of teased each other before the game. But you can see just how good of friends they really are.
Yeah, they're hugging and embracing right there around the 40-yard line. You know, two good friends, man. They've been battling all game, been battling for a long time against each other. And like you said, we saw them before the game. They came out, and Coach Ruffin said, what did he say? Don't talk to those guys over there. And they were like, Coach Ruffin said, it ain't nothing but space and opportunity between us, man. Two good friends, man. Absolutely. Been together for a while, but this has been an excellent ball game, man. This is why I love SIAC ball, man, to see these talented athletes out here giving it all and fighting hard, man.
Most definitely, all in good fun. So for James Crenshaw, for Sylvester Williams, I am Jamie Walker, once again from the Cramden Bowl. Tuskegee Golden Tigers 49, Central State Marauders 34. This has been the SIAC contest here